I was suddenly hit and sent flying by a large truck, but the moment I woke up, I found myself sleeping on the lap of a beautiful female CEO. Lu Feng awakened once more. Where am I? There is a faint, delicate fragrance. Is this a woman's leg? Beside him, a blonde beauty was on a phone call. Yes, doctor. The patient is currently covered in blood. He is right beside me now. Oh, he's awake. She turned her head to look at Lu Feng. You're awake. I found you by the roadside. It seems you were in a car accident. Lu Feng hastily thanked her. Thank you. My name is Lu Feng. Cough cough. I am the full belly food delivery courier number 9527, and it seems I was hit by a truck. The beauty gave a slight smile. Oh, what a coincidence. I guess you could say I am in the same company as you. The beauty introduced herself to him. My name is Kylie. Rest assured, Lu Feng 9527. I have already called for an ambulance and investigated the vehicle that caused the accident. It turned out she was actually Kylie Fox, the president of Lydian Group, the corporate headquarters of the Full Belly Company. Lu Feng looked at her and thought to himself, so beautiful. Then he struggled, trying to get up. Wait, I need to call my younger sister. Cough cough. Kylie reached out and held him down. Don't move around. She then continued to urge on the phone. Hello, ambulance. How much longer until you arrive? The patient is already losing consciousness. At this moment, the system's voice echoed in his mind again. What is this thing? Life, 9%. Host will die in 3 minutes. It is recommended to absorb the nearby power source to restore life. Lu Feng was filled with suspicion. This is the voice that appeared in my head just before I fainted. Does it mean I will die in 2 minutes? The system issued another critical warning. Life, 6%. Host is about to die. Lu Feng stared at the sedan beside him and thought to himself, if my guess is correct, the power source refers to this car. Following that, he slapped his hand onto the car's body. Kylie turned her head and shouted in surprise as she looked at the empty grass. Where did the person go? The ambulance is about to. By this time, Lu Feng had already mounted his little electric scooter and was speeding away, successfully slipped away. I definitely don't have the money to take an ambulance. What was that situation just now? It seems I absorbed the car's electrical energy to heal my wounds. Could it be that I've mutated into the Flash? It should be electrical energy converting into points, and the app consuming points to heal my wounds. Has life become digitized? How could this be? Forget it. I'll study it when I have time. Since my health is full, I can't waste any more money on an ambulance. I can't afford it. At this time, his mobile phone suddenly rang, and a woman's furious roar came from the other end of the line. You deadbeat. You finally answered the phone. Do you still have me, your girlfriend, in your heart? He hastily explained. It's Shin-chan. I'm going to see my sister now, so I don't have time to accompany you this afternoon. Sorry. However, Shin-chan replied cold-heartedly. It's that damned sister of yours again? Forget it. Lu Feng, let's break up. Lu Feng shouted in shock. What? Wait, Shin-chan. My sister just finished her surgery and I must go over. I'll go find you later to explain. Shin-chan cursed abusively. You would rather take out millions in loans to buy an implant chip for your damned sister's surgery than buy me a Louis Vuitton bag. How many years of labor will it take you to pay off that loan? You actually bought such an expensive thing for that sickly ghost. Lu Feng pleaded humbly. Shin-chan, give me a chance. I just obtained a system. I can. Shin-chan sneered and ruthlessly interrupted him. A system? You're daydreaming. I already have a new boyfriend. Get lost. Beep. Listening to the dead tone on the phone, Lu Feng lowered his head in self-mockery. She's right. I am a poor bastard. I borrowed a mountain of debt from my sister. My food delivery scooter is broken. My girlfriend is gone, and I'm covered in blood. Suddenly, I really wish the end of the world would come. That way, I wouldn't have to pay it back. No, things are different now. With this system, I will definitely be able to clear my debts. I will rise above others. Suddenly, his mobile phone screen lit up. It's Shindong's WeChat voice message. From the phone came his younger sister's terrified crying and screaming. Brother, come save me quickly. Burning with anxiety, Lu Feng shouted into the phone. Shintong, what happened? Shintong cried and pleaded for help. A lot of strange people have come into the hospital. They are biting people everywhere. I am so scared. Lu Feng roared anxiously. Shintong, hide and wait for me. I'll be right there. Looking at his completely broken electric scooter, Lu Feng stomped his feet in exasperation. Damn it. Why am I so unlucky today? The scooter is broken. How am I supposed to run such a long distance? At this moment, the system popped up a prompt. Consume 50 points to modify and repair the electric scooter. Lu Feng thought helplessly. Consume points to fix the scooter? The problem is I don't have any points left. The system immediately prompted again. There is a power source 500 meters away in the woods that can be converted into points. At the same time, the in-car television nearby was broadcasting emergency news. Interrupting to bring you a breaking report. Multiple malicious assault incidents have just occurred and have all been controlled by the police. Citizens are requested not to panic. Do not believe rumors and do not spread them. Meanwhile, Lu Feng's ex-girlfriend, Shin-chan, was nestling in the arms of a fat man, speaking coquettishly. You're so annoying, Brother Chang. My ex-boyfriend definitely can't guess that you and I have been together for a long time. He really is so stupid and poor. Ha ha ha. The fat man smiled smugly and asked, how about it? You finally shook off that penniless ex-boyfriend of yours. Shin-chan shook his arm affectionately. Help me buy an implant chip. The man patted her and laughed heartily. It's not that easy. Nowadays, an artificial intelligence chip is a symbol of status and wealth. In the year 120 of the new era, a technological explosion occurred. Word, known in history as the first year of artificial intelligence. Countries around the world aggressively advanced genetic technology, and the AI chip is one of the crystallization of this technological development. Because of this, the manufacturing cost of the chip is incredibly high. Only the wealthy and middle class can afford such a chip. At this moment, the fat man's technological glasses displayed all of Shinqian's data. Shinqian, senior university student, weight 45 kilograms, level 8 beauty filter engaged. So if you want a chip, you know you have to serve me well, right? Shinqian nodded repeatedly. You're so bad. Brother Chang, let's continue. Just as they were about to continue their intimacy, a terrifying dark shadow suddenly appeared outside the car window. This scared the wits out of the two people in the car. Ghost. On the other side, a crisp system notification rang in Lu Feng's ear. Scooter modification complete. Speed increased by 30%. Remaining points, 300. He muttered thoughtfully to himself. It seems I just drained the car's power source and converted it into points for the modification. It seems to be an equivalent exchange. Moreover, it knew I was in a hurry, so when it modified my electric scooter, it specifically increased the speed. An ability to modify based on what I think and desire. It seems I've obtained an incredible system. Wait for me, Shintong. Your brother is coming to save you. 1 hour later, the main entrance of Bluebird Hospital. Lu Feng looked at the devastating mess covering the ground and thought in shock. What happened here? The security guard, Uncle Lu, is nowhere to be seen either. Could it be a terrorist attack? Never mind that. I need to find Shintong first. He charged headfirst into the lobby, searching frantically and shouting, Shintong, are you here? Strange. Why are there so many bloodstains and not a single person? What on earth happened here? Just then, in the corner of the corridor, a man covered in blood staggered unsteadily toward him. Lu Feng looked at him warily and asked, Sir, are you alright? The man kept his head down, mechanically muttering to himself, Duo, my dog. Where is it? Lu Feng was stunned and recognized the man. Isn't this the dog-loving customer who often adds notes to my food delivery orders asking me to conveniently buy dog food on the way? Where's my dog? The man suddenly raised his head. His entire face was rotten and mutated, and his mouth was actually clamping down hard on a severed, bloody hand as he let out a low growl with pallid eyes wide open. The zombie lunged at Lu Feng. He barely managed to dodge, only to find a high-heeled shoe appearing right in front of his eyes. Lu Feng took a closer look and hurriedly shouted in alarm, You are Dr. Li, Shintong's attending physician. Dr. Li, look, this person is so strange. Unexpectedly, the woman in front of him suddenly changed expression, sticking out a disgusting, purplish-black long tongue, disheveled and letting out a wild, furious screech. She lunged violently at him, roar. Scared out of his wits, Lu Feng completely lost his balance and fell heavily onto the ground with a thud. Whoa, Dr. Li, don't come any closer. Seeing more and more zombies closing in from all directions, Lu Feng broke out in a cold sweat. Holy crap. Why are there so many? If they rush in, I'm dead for sure. Facing the completely out-of-control horde of frenzied zombies, he, without any weapons, could only run desperately deeper into the hospital. Having finally shaken off the zombie horde and run into a safe room, Lu Feng stared blankly at the row of lit monitoring screens before him. This is a monitoring room. Shintong. On the monitoring screen, his sister was standing all alone in the gloomy second basement level. Dense red blood vessels were continuously spreading across her face. What's wrong? Shintong, you look so miserable. I heard you took out tens of millions in loans to help cure my illness. For the sake of my illness, my brother gave up his own dreams, resolutely dropping out of school to deliver food. Aha, it's a piece of cake. I'll pay it off just by delivering food a few more times every day. Stop lying to me. I have black blood disease, and I can only sustain my life relying on expensive nanochips. Everything is because of me. It would be better if I were gone, because you are my only family left in the world. Brother, I originally wanted to jump into the river to end my life. Why did you come looking for me? How wonderful it would be if I were gone. The scene shifted back to reality. Facing the frantic pounding of zombies outside the door, Lu Feng clenched his fists tightly. I must let my sister survive. These guys are like the zombies from the movies. I absolutely cannot let them catch me. Right, I still have the system. The system must have a way. Following a crisp system notification sound. Mission triggered. Refugee please check. Quick mission. 1. Hide in the monitoring room and survive. 95% survival rate within 2 days. Starve to death after 2 days. 2. Sister is in the underground laboratory of the hospital. To save your sister, you must successfully reach the basement. Reward for successful survival, 1,000 points. Survival rate 5%. Warning, sister has already begun mutating. Go out of the monitoring room, turn left for 50 meters, and there is an entrance in the laundry room. Lu Feng forced himself to calm down. Looking around the dusty monitoring room, he suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Wait, I actually forgot about that ability. Maybe I can still be saved. If it's useful, that is the modification ability. Facing the hideous zombie lunging straight at him from the corridor, he agilely executed a slide tackle to the ground, taking the opportunity to swing the makeshift tool he had pieced together in his hand. With a muffled thud, he successfully brought the zombie down, rejoicing in his heart. I took it out. Looking at the crude materials in his hands, he began calculating rapidly in his head. As long as I have points, I can combine this mop, small knife, and scooter battery into the polearm weapon I want. D-rank flaming spear. flames attached to the blade, capable of easily cutting through biological flesh relying on high temperatures. He then ripped apart the food delivery box behind him, modifying the delivery box into sturdy plastic hand and shoulder guards to withstand the zombie's teeth. Fully armed, Lu Feng gripped the blazing flaming spear tightly, charging toward the surging zombies. Since you guys are blocking my way, don't blame me for being impolite. Anyone who dares to stop me from saving Shintong must die. 2 minutes later, having hacked and slashed his way through, he finally arrived at his destination. However, looking at the extremely narrow metal duct before him, laundry room. How the hell is this a room? It's clearly a laundry chute, right? The hospital sends clothes down to the second basement laundry room through here for washing. Lu Feng sighed helplessly. Forget it. Afterward, he closed his eyes and dove headfirst into the dark pipe. When he suppressed the pain and raised his head to look around, Shintong, however, standing inside the underground laboratory right now was a group of heavily armed, well-equipped Special Forces soldiers. Reporting, Reaper Squad B2 calling headquarters. Target secured. Currently evacuating. Beside him, a Special Forces soldier named Johnson laughed and said, Headquarters, do you copy? Damn, communications are malfunctioning. Johnson, it seems this mission is very easy. The target actually offered zero resistance. I just didn't expect that the legendary mutant species would actually be a girl like this. The female vice captain of the Reaper Squad raised her weapon alertly and ordered in a deep voice, soldiers, stay on high alert. Contact headquarters immediately. I have a bad feeling about this. The Special Forces soldier beside her saluted instantly. Yes, ma'am. Just then, the vice captain seemed to detect something. She abruptly raised her hand and barked in a low voice, stop, before the others could react. Lu Feng's furious, lungs-bursting roar echoed from deep within the corridor. Shintong, you bastards, taking my sister. However, before he could get close, a giant, hair-covered mutated hand violently reached out from the darkness, fiercely choking his neck. What thing grabbed me? Could it be a zombie? The captain of the Special Forces unit was highly vigilant and immediately commanded loudly, you two, search the room. At this moment, the eyes of the captured sister suddenly erupted with a bizarre red glow. Her veins bulged all over her body as she glared furiously at the people who had taken her, sending his head flying with a sharp, devastating hand chop. Huh, Johnson, damn it, open fire. However, the sister's movement speed was terrifyingly fast, and she instantly broke free from the soldier's restraints. Not good. She escaped into the ventilation duct. Damn it, where did she get such agility? Not good. The gunfire attracted zombies. Get away. The scene instantly descended into a bloody chaos. A Special Forces soldier named Zhang who screamed in despair and was instantly submerged completely by the pouring zombies. I'm going to die here. It's over. Wolves in front and tigers behind. But then, old Zhang hugged Lu Feng and burst into laughter. Ha ha, you brat. Look at your expression. You're killing me. By the way, why did you come to the hospital today? Lu Feng asked in surprise. Security guard old Zhang, my sister is having surgery. What exactly are those things outside? Old Zhang's face grew solemn. I don't know either. The news says our Heaven's Blessing Alliance is at war. As a result, someone detonated a virus bomb. Those zombie-like people outside are all mutated from people wearing microchips. What? Lu Feng replied in horror. Then Shintong, old Zhang slumped to the ground and explained, your sister's situation is a bit special. After I took her down to the basement, she was snatched away by those soldiers from outside. From the looks of it, they came specifically for her. A blood-covered mutated zombie approached. Lu Feng hurriedly pulled at him. Oh no, they seem to be able to smell us. Old Zhang, let's go, quickly. Old Zhang smiled bitterly in helplessness. Hee, I can't leave. I've been bitten. Lu Feng turned pale with fright. What? No, old Zhang, there must be another way. Old Zhang sternly refused. Listen to me. I've seen what happens to those who get bitten. They turn into the things outside. I've seen how hard you've worked to take care of your sister these past few months. You are a good person. I will hold the door for you. Leave through the back door, find your sister, and survive. Tears streaming down his face, Lu Feng turned and ran. I'm going. I'm sorry. Old Zhang. Old Zhang leaned desperately against the door, reminiscing. This brat, always making up excuses to come to the hospital to see his sister. He practically forced takeout on me every day, getting me chewed out by the bosses more than once. But this chaotic world needs hot-blooded brats like him. As Lu Feng ran, a system prompt popped up. System prompt detected black blood disease serum nearby. Issuing decision quest. A. Escape the underground research institute via the staff room's emergency stairs. Survival rate 90%. B. Head to the laboratory to find the serum and save your sister. Survival rate 15%. Lu Feng roared furiously. System, get the hell out here. Where is my sister? The system supplemented. Completing quest A rewards 1 combat suit. Completing quest B rewards a shelter blueprint. As 3 zombies have been detected in corridor B with no terrain advantage and the host's insufficient combat power, it is advised to abandon the quest. Without hesitation, Lu Feng charged towards corridor B. Shut up, system. I choose B. Don't you fucking underestimate me. Lu Feng viciously struck a zombie's head with his polearm. Facing the encircling horde, Lu Feng shouted, all of you, get the hell away from me. He swung his flaming spear in a wide arc. Looking at his snapped weapon, Lu Feng thought to himself, did the weapon's durability hit its limit? Still, I succeeded. I took out 3 zombies before the weapon broke. Destination reached. The serum is in the lab. Lu Feng rushed into the laboratory and spotted his target, black blood disease suppressant serum. However, he noticed Shintong kneeling in a pool of blood. Suddenly, Shintong turned around and lunged at him in a frenzy. Lu Feng narrowly dodged. He grabbed Shintong and called out, "Shintong, wake up!" Shintong's eyes cleared for a brief, dazed moment. "Brother," but then she completely lost control and struggled violently. "Shintong!" Lu Feng yelled anxiously. Lu Feng desperately blocked his sister's attacks. "System, what is wrong with my sister? A calculation bug has occurred. Unable to analyze, it is recommended that the host use the serum to suppress it." Lu Feng struggled to reach for the table. "The SE serum?" He grabbed the vial. "Warning, sample stolen. The research institute will self-destruct in 10 minutes. Shintong roared and lunged at him again. Roar! Lu Feng decisively jammed the serum into Shintong's neck. Clarity returned to Shintong's eyes, and tears streamed down her face. "Brother!" Lu Feng tightly embraced his sister. System prompt. Quest to save sister completed. Sister's mutation temporarily halted. Rewards: 1,000 points and 1 shelter blueprint. It worked. Lu Feng was full of relief. Warning, warning. All personnel please evacuate immediately. Decision quest. 1. Abandon your sister and escape back to the first floor via the laundry chute. Survival rate 100%. 2. Reach the Underground Institute's utility room and use the blueprint to transform it into a shelter to withstand the explosion. Survival rate 40%. System, I choose the second option. Give me the map. Now. The system displayed the route. Underground laboratory will explode in 9 minutes. Lu Feng sprinted with his sister in his arms. Can the modified shelter doors really withstand the blast? System, don't you dare lie to me. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the corridor ahead. It was the severely injured female commander. "You, stop. Are you hurt? Let's call a truce for now. The lab is about to explode. Let's escape together." The system suddenly flashed a red warning. Warning, mutant-type zombie evolution signal detected nearby. Unable to confirm location. Immediate evacuation recommended. Lu Feng hurriedly reached out to placate her. "Lady, please listen to me. This place is very dangerous. There's a mutant-type zombie nearby. Whatever you want, we can talk about it after we get to safety." Suddenly, a long tongue licked across Lu Feng's cheek. Right before his eyes, the female commander's body instantly ripped in half down the middle, transforming into an utterly terrifying creature of flesh and blood. Lu Feng was dumbfounded. He immediately bowed 90 degrees while holding his sister and backed away. "Sorry to bother you." The monster swung its sharp claws and wildly pounced. Lu Feng screamed, "The mutant zombie is right next to me. I'm sorry, I only took one look." The monster tightly gripped Lu Feng's leg with a tentacle. Lu Feng hurriedly called out, "I want to use my points. There are no materials nearby to synthesize with." The system ruthlessly replied. Lu Feng gasped, "Crap, I'm caught. It's over." In the nick of time, Shintong leaped through the air and delivered a heavy kick, sending the monster flying. She landed steadily and blocked his front. "Don't you dare touch my brother." The monster stood back up and shrieked. "Gua!" Lu Feng said urgently. "It's still not dead? Crap, we're out of time." How did Shintong suddenly get so strong? "Shintong, don't engage. Let's go, quickly." Lu Feng scooped up Shintong and bolted frantically. The countdown pressed closer and closer. 2 minutes to explosion. 59 seconds. The two arrived in front of a door. 24 seconds. The monster lunged from behind. 8 seconds. Lu Feng struggled to block the monster's heavy blow. 4 seconds. "Damn it, I'm going all in." Lu Feng violently slapped the shelter blueprint onto the floor. A blinding blue light instantly swept outwards. 1 second. The entire hospital underwent an earth-shattering, violent explosion in the night. 500 points spent. Shelter deployed. Flame shot into the sky outside the hospital gates as passers-by stopped to watch. Amidst the ruins and dust, Lu Feng slowly opened his eyes. I'm not dead." He looked at his surroundings in shock. This is... Before his eyes was a massive, sturdy steel room brimming with a sense of advanced technology. System prompt. "Congratulations. Host, shelter LV-1 deployed. The utility room has been transformed into a shelter and withstood the explosion. Doomsday shelter unlocked. Congratulations, Doomsday refugee. On receiving the shelter gifted by the system is currently at LV-1. Please upgrade it to expand the shelter." Lu Feng quickly looked toward his sister, who was slumped on the floor. 10 minutes later, Lu Feng stood before the control console. "Spend 50 points. Repair the computer. Computer modification complete. Connected to the network." Lu Feng marveled. With such terrible signal, the modified computer can actually optimize the network? This ability is amazing. "Oh right, system, what is my sister's condition now?" The screen scanned the soundly sleeping Shintong. "The new serum has temporarily delayed the hybridized mutation of the black blood disease and the microchip gene virus." Hope flared within Lu Feng. Since there's a serum like this, doesn't that mean the zombies outside can be saved? The system explained. This serum is ineffective on ordinary people infected with the microchip virus. It can only suppress the hybridization process of black blood disease patients. Once their mutation is complete, they are stronger and more terrifying than ordinary zombies. The system classifies this type of infected black blood disease patients as mutants. Lu Feng stroked his chin and thought, does mutant refer to that mutated female special forces soldier from just now? No, that was just an ordinary zombie mutation. The black blood disease infected mutations are an entirely different species. The moment they are born, they stand at the top of the the food chain. The serum can only delay it temporarily. I absolutely cannot let my sister turn into a horrific monster. Since I have internet now, I should call the police first. The country can definitely solve this virus problem. The computer screen began playing a despairing news broadcast. This is our station's final report. Global infections have reached a staggering 5 billion. Everyone, please stay in your homes. Do not go out. Lock your doors and windows and await government rescue. A massive wave of zombie mutations has broken out across the city and the government has collapsed. Our city's microchip infection count has hit 30 million and the military has been routed, retreating to the riverbanks. This is a viral war launched by the Heaven's Blessing Alliance, driving humanity worldwide to the brink of extinction. Lu Feng fell to his knees in despair. Is this really the end of the world? What should I do? Am I just supposed to watch my own sister slowly turn into a monster? System, is there any way to save Shintong? Only by upgrading the shelter to LV5 and unlocking and building the vaccine research center can your sister be completely cured. What? Level 5? Lu Feng asks. By the way, system, what's wrong with my sister? She seems to have forgotten a lot of things. The system responds that data is insufficient, but it detects that her intelligence and memory have regressed to that of a 7-year-old, though she still remembers her brother. Lu Feng recalls how his sister looked when she won awards as a child, his eyes filled with determination. It's okay. As long as we survive, I'll find a way to cure Shintong and turn her back into that outstanding girl. At this moment, Shintong rubs her eyes and wakes up on the bed, so noisy. She looks up at Lu Feng. Brother. Suddenly, she looks down at herself, then stares at Lu Feng with a dark, gloomy expression. Pervert. Lu Feng turns pale with fright, sweating profusely as he reaches out to explain. Listen to my explanation. It's not what you think. Shintong turns her head away and covers her ears. Not listening. Lu Feng breaks down in tears. It's over. It's over. The perfect older brother image I've maintained for years is destroyed just like that. The scene cuts to a red-haired female special forces soldier sliding down a helicopter rope. A report comes through the communicator. Captain Lee, the signal from the vice captain's team disappeared right here in this hospital. The target signal is still active. Death squad, move out. Meanwhile, Shintong hides behind Lu Feng, pointing at him. Bro, the pervert. Lu Feng holds his head, wanting to cry but lacking the tears. It's over. My lifelong reputation ruined in an instant. How am I supposed to face my sister from now on? Shintong, listen to me. Shintong soon falls asleep leaning against the wall. She fell asleep. Lu Feng helplessly drapes his coat over her. Sai looks like no matter what we do, she's still just a little kid. The system suddenly notifies him that surviving the first day grants a lottery draw opportunity. The roulette wheel spins, and he draws a vial of green liquid. Obtained a vaccine. A vaccine? I remember this being super expensive in the shop. Too bad it's not a blueprint. He examines the vial. Can this cure zombies? If I mass produce it, wouldn't I save the world? The system explains that the vaccine only enhances viral resistance and cannot cure those already infected. Lu Feng suddenly realizes, I see, but the shop items are too expensive. I'd better inject myself first. Keeping my own life is the priority. System, can the generator in the underground research facility be repaired and used as the shelter's power source? The system prompts that there is a backup energy core on the 16th floor of the hospital's research department. Lu Feng looks at the route map. Just as I thought, the system issues a choice quest. Lu Feng smiles confidently. Good, this way I can save points to buy other blueprints. Wait, a vision of himself becoming the shelter director flashes in his mind. If the shelter is built up and I recruit survivors far and wide, wouldn't I be the director? Or maybe recruit a bunch of beautiful female survivors? Lu Feng instantly gets a nosebleed and hurriedly slaps his cheeks. No, I need to focus on proper business. Take saving humanity as my duty and become a great director. The first step should be solving the food problem. In the apocalypse, eating is priority number 1. Beside him, Shintong silently watches him. Pervert. Lu Feng's eyes widen in horror. Shintong, you misunderstand. Listen to my explanation. Shintong snorts coldly and turns her head away. The next afternoon, outside Bluebird Hospital, zombies are wandering everywhere. Lu Feng looks at the holographic map. The target this time is the energy core in the research department on the 16th floor of the inpatient building. By the way, why does this hospital have everything? A research department and an underground lab? The main entrance of the shelter is blocked by blasted rocks, so I can only return to the surface via the emergency stairwell. Lu Feng pushes open a manhole cover and climbs out. The zombies are gone. Good chance. Shintong, give me your hand. He looks back at his sister. Originally, I wanted to go alone. Shintong tightly clutches the hem of his shirt. Don't go. Scared? Lu Feng smiles faintly. It seems no matter how much she changes, she's still the gentle Shintong. Then let us siblings face reality together. Recalling the gruesome scenes outside, people fleeing in panic shouting, help, save me ah. Lu Feng grips his weapon tightly, looking out at the ruined city. Is this the apocalypse? Why overthink it? I should save my sister first. Shintong, let's go. The two navigate carefully through the corridors. In the apocalypse, the only people we can rely on are ourselves. Lu Feng's eyes are resolute. No matter what, I will protect the family beside me, no matter who. Suddenly, a zombie with a bloated, mutated belly roars and lunges at them. Lu Feng stares in shock. Old Zhang. Lu Feng steps forward, drawing his blade. Did you wander up to the surface by yourself after mutating? Uncle Jean, thank you for saving my life before. I won't let the virus continue to desecrate your body. Let me release you. On the other side, on a hospital rooftop, a horde of zombies roars. Special forces soldiers raise their guns and fire fiercely. The red-haired female special ops soldier, Lee Sin, strides forward and orders, cease fire. A zombie lunges at her. Lee Sin drove the blade straight into the zombie's head. A rookie is about to shoot but is stopped by a veteran. Rookie, stop. Since the captain fired, it means we don't have to lift a finger. Lee Sin agilely slaughters the zombies. Take a good look at the heroic combat posture of the strongest special ops death squad leader. 5 minutes later, Lee Sin stands amidst a floor covered in corpses. The soldiers marvel. So amazing. As expected of the Reaper, she's simply invincible. Hey, what kind of soldiers are you two? Slacking off. Hurry and keep up. A sweating soldier mutters a complaint. Actually she does have flaws. For example, her eyesight is occasionally pretty bad. Lee Sin turns around. Ha, the soldier continues. Actually, she has another trait. Another person points at the radar. Captain, the target has started moving nearby. Lee Sin facepalms. Oh dear, looks like my blurry vision acting up again. Anyone who teams up with the Reaper Lee Sin basically dies a violent death. Lee Sin turns and walks away. Let's go. Let's complete the mission. Wash away the disgrace. Time flashes back to half a day ago. Lu Feng looks at his broken weapon. Speaking of this knife, I have to mention this morning, I only scavenged a box of instant noodles, 3 bottles of water, and 2 cans from the utility room. The food can last about a week, but the water isn't enough. Looks like I have to search for food when doing quests outside. I need to make a new weapon, but what can these parts synthesize into? Forget it. I'll rest today and think about it tomorrow. Lu Feng hastily snatches it away. Shintong, don't drink it all. That's a whole day's ration. At this moment, a system prompt appears. New attribute and talent points available. Please select. Lu Feng looks at the complex skill tree interface. Talents? There's actually a talent system. He ponders seriously. Let me think. Firearms talents are great, but strict gun control in this country makes them hard to get. Right, I remember playing a Wasteland game with a talent build perfectly suited for my remodeling ability. First, add points to strength. Strength talent selected. Kung Fu Master LV1, Superman LV1. Now to remodel a blade. Lu Feng successfully loads a chip, holding a blazing mechanical sword. Kung Fu Master chip loaded. Strength increased to C+. C-rank flame blade. The blade can be engulfed in flames, highly effective against flesh and blood enemies. A memory of old Zhang taking care of him flashes in his mind. Here to see your sister? Go on in. I'm getting off work. I asked around for you. Blue Bird Hospital can treat your sister for free. Lu Feng's gaze narrows. Thank you for looking after me all this time. Old Zhang. System. Spend 10 points to modify the flame blade. Modification successful. Flame blade sharpness +1. He swings the blazing longsword and ruthlessly slashes at the mutated Old Zhang. Goodbye. Old Zhang. The flames instantly engulf the target. I swear, I will definitely protect my sister. Lu Feng is brimming with confidence. The Kung Fu Master chip improves my proficiency with various melee weapons. The system's chips are truly overpowered, and my physical strength has increased significantly with the Superman talent buff. Looks like we shouldn't stay here long. Let's go. Shintong. The two continue forward. Lu Feng looks ahead. Target. The energy core in the research department on the 16th floor. Meanwhile, in a corridor on the 7th floor, a man and a woman are running desperately. The boy swings a baseball bat. Haha. Come on, Li Xian. Keep pushing. The stairwell is right ahead. The campus bell. Li Xian is panting heavily. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Xiao Guang. Xiao Guang is full of hope. Haha. No problem. I just never expected the school beauty Li Xian to confess to me. Once we escape, we'll go back to our hometown and get married. Suddenly, a zombie lunges from the side. Rare Xiao Guang is viciously bitten on the neck, letting out a blood-curdling scream. Ow. Xiao Guang reaches out in despair for help. Li Xian, save me. But Li Xian violently shoves him away. No, let go. Xiao Guang's face is full of disbelief. Why? Don't you love me anymore? Li Xian sneers sarcastically. Let go, you gross loser. If it weren't for the apocalypse, you think a beauty like me would give you a second glance? Li Xian doesn't escape either. She is quickly tackled by the zombies. At the end of the corridor, a group of people is hiding in a corner. A man in a suit watches the scene. Those 2 idiots got bitten just as I expected. Looks like the left corridor is blocked, but they lured some zombies away, so they at least made a contribution. The people around him agree. Damn it, so unlucky. I came to Blue Bird for medical treatment and ran into this crap. President Lee, we're counting on you. We're totally relying on you. President Lee of a certain company. No chip implanted. President Lee's subordinate, Xiao Wang, suggests, hey, let this little guy scout the right corridor. Xiao Wang points at a shivering little boy. The boy's sister, Xiao Jia, immediately shields him. Wait, why my brother? President Lee sneers with a sinister expression. We don't need useless people. Xiao Jia pleads desperately. Wait, this isn't right. He's just a child. But President Lee looks lecherously at a secretary nearby. I'm the hospital director's secretary. I'm familiar with this building. There are a ton of zombies on the right too. Sending him is a death sentence. Oh, isn't this Secretary Sarah? Sarah is startled. Sarah, Research Department Secretary. President Lee presses step by step. Since Secretary Sarah is so righteous, why don't you go? Sarah backs away repeatedly. What? I won't. An older woman nearby chimes in. Yeah, little girl, what are you thinking? Even though you abstain from voting. The minority must submit to the majority. Sarah is completely isolated. This was decided by everyone's democratic vote? Sarah covers her face in despair. God, what do I do? I can't change any of this. President Lee mocks her from the side. Bitch, stop acting pure. In the apocalypse, I'll screw you sooner or later anyway. What are you waiting for? Xiao Wang, throw him out. Xiao Wang grabs the little boy. Go! Xiao Jia screams in despair. Brother, sis. The little boy is thrown heavily out the door, and the zombies outside immediately lunge. President Lee panics. Crap, this idiot kid attracted a zombie. Everyone screams in terror. My brother. President Lee scolds Xiao Jia. Shut up, stupid woman. Are you trying to get us killed? Just as the zombie is about to bite the little boy, a flaming longsword descends from the sky, instantly cleaving the zombie in half. Lu Feng makes a flashy entrance, resting the sword on his shoulder and looking back to ask, "Are you okay?" Sarah looks at Lu Feng, who appears like a deity descending from the heavens, shocked to her core. God, did you hear my voice? You sent such a warrior to save me? Lu Feng looks deep into the corridor, his gaze sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 zombies. Xiao Jia yells anxiously. The zombies are coming. Run. Why isn't he running? Lu Feng draws his mechanical blade. 5 zombies. I can handle this. Believe in yourself. He takes a deep breath, his eyes focused. Kung Fu master. Loaded. Lu Feng moves like lightning, his longsword swinging like the wind. He slashes down a zombie with a single strike. Zombie blood splatters. Sarah's eyes are full of stars, marveling repeatedly. So amazing, so strong. Is he even human? Such proficient technique. Lu Feng dodges and weaves through the horde, blade flashing. Sarah is mesmerized, like a dancer fluttering through a pile of zombies. Truly too powerful. Hiding in the distance, President Lee and the others are dumbfounded. President Lee, look at them over there. What are they doing? Go take a look. Why aren't you guys running? Xiao Jia holds her cheeks, full of admiration. This sharp killing intent. He's simply a terrifying god of death. Who is it? Xiao Wang runs away in terror. President Lee, run. Don't come near. Don't kill me. I can't run anymore. President Lee, didn't they follow us? A bizarre, thick fog suddenly fills the corridor. Why did it get foggy? Who's there? From the fog steps out an incredibly busty, beautiful female zombie. Handsome, wanna play? Oh, a beauty. Don't be afraid. I'll protect you. Suddenly, countless tentacles burst from the female zombie's chest, instantly piercing through Xiao Wang's body. On the other side, Lu Feng sheathes his blade, smiling and introducing himself. Sorry. I was a bit nervous because I haven't seen humans in so long. Hello everyone. My name is Lu Feng, and this is my sister Lu Xintong. Young man, how are things outside? Has the government come to save us? The surrounding people murmur. Hasn't seen people in a long time. Has he been killing zombies this whole time? Truly an expert. Lu Feng shakes his head helplessly. Auntie, the government has collapsed. It's full of zombies outside the hospital. The crowd screams in terror. What? Lu Feng asks Sarah. By the way, do you know where the stairs are? I need to go up to the 16th floor. Sarah looks at Lu Feng, her cheeks slightly flushed. He spoke to me. President Lee points at Lu Feng furiously. Don't listen to his nonsense. How could the military face an apocalypse? He just wants to trick us into going upstairs to our deaths. The phones aren't working, and the zombie mutation has been happening for over 24 hours. Where's your government army? The military. The government is just temporarily unable to reach us. Sarah wavers a bit. That's right. The phones haven't worked since the beginning. Is it really the apocalypse? Lu Feng ignores him. Then you can head downstairs by yourselves. Are you two alright? Xiao Jia pulls her brother close. We're fine. Thank you for saving my brother. Lu Feng smiles and waves it off. Don't mention it. I have a younger sister too. Meanwhile, President Lee yells from behind. Hey, I'm talking to you. Lu Feng loses his patience, turns around, and viciously punches President Lee in the face. President Lee is sent flying, clutching his bleeding nose and cursing. You actually dared to hit me? Lu Feng's eyes are ice cold. You think I didn't see what you did to these siblings? And you still dare to dictate to me? Enraged out of humiliation, President Lee orders Xiao Wang. Xiao Wang, you're right on time. Teach this young. At this moment, Xiao Wang has already mutated. He directly thrusts his tentacles into President Lee's chest. President Lee lets out a squeal like a slaughtered pig. Lu Feng is shocked and immediately shields the others. Stand back. The system blares a red alert. High-level threat detected. Mutated zombie. Lu Feng steps back, secretly alarmed. The mutated zombie's physical strength is terrifying. Strange. There's fog around. Lu Feng struggles with all his might. Don't underestimate me. He slashes at the monster. At this moment, the zombie disguised as a beauty attacks from the flank. Lu Feng is startled. A fey. Female zombie? Not good. Another mutated zombie. Xintong. The corridor windows suddenly shatter. Lu Feng exclaims. Who? A red-haired female special forces soldier crashes through the window, wildly spraying bullets. Bang, bang, bang. The bullets rain down on Xiao Wang. Your true body is the glasses, and you're still not dead. The red-haired soldier moves like lightning, instantly decapitating the monster. Lu Feng watches her in shock. Meanwhile, heavily armed special forces swarm in from both ends of the corridor, completely surrounding them. Nobody move. The red-haired soldier turns her head and takes off her goggles. Yo, so it's you guys. We've been looking for you for a long time. My name is Lee Sin, captain of the death squad. Sorry kid, the girl behind you is our target. Lu Feng shields his sister behind him, full of vigilance. What do you want? Not good. It's the military again. again. Meanwhile, President Lee, who has fallen to the ground, is still screaming for help. Help, save me. A soldier scans President Lee's ID. Scanning. Identity, VIP level 2 government protected target. Captain, he's infected. President Lee clutches his wound and curses. I've been bitten. Damn it. You soldiers took so long to get here. Do you know I'm a friend of the mayor? Lee Sin orders expressionlessly. Take him back. We can't ignore a level 2 VIP. However, President Lee relentlessly points at Lu Feng. Soldier, this guy just hit me, and he wanted to feed me to the zombies. Is this bastard trying to play the victim? Lu Feng looks at him, speechless. President Lee roars arrogantly. This scum dared to mess with me, a VIP level 2. Soldier, did you hear me? Execute him. But the very next second, a gun is pressed directly against President Lee's head. If you spout any more nonsense, I'll blow your brains out. Suddenly, the zombie lunged. The soldier gasped. Captain, the zombie is up again. It's so weird. Why don't they die even with a headshot? The zombie dove straight for one of the soldiers. Watch out. Lu Feng seized the moment to lead everyone away. This is our chance. Go. Sarah, lead the way. We're heading to the 16th floor. From behind, Lee Sin roared, don't run. Suddenly, 2 mutated monsters blocked their path. Are these the mutant zombies the research institute mentioned? They were forced to run down the stairs. Lu Feng explained helplessly, maybe, but they keep coming after my sister. I can't trust them. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. It's okay. We trust you. They only save VIPs. Right, we only trust you. My name is Zhao Jia. Thank you for saving my brother. Zhao Hua. Lu Feng thought to himself, they seem like good people. Should I let them join the shelter? He then said aloud, thank you for your trust. Wait, Zhao Hua's hand was bitten. Lu Feng panicked internally. Was he bitten back then? This is bad. How do I tell Zhao Jia? He hesitated. Wait, Zhao Jia, your brother's hand. A bizarre, thick fog suddenly rolled in. Fog? The system popped up a warning. Mutant zombie detected. Threat level high. A massive, terrifying zombie appeared. The system panel strongly urged. Suggestion. Host should flee. The zombie stared them down with malicious intent. Lu Feng grabbed Sarah's hand. Miss Sarah, may I invite you for afternoon tea? Sarah instantly blushed, her mind racing. Does Lu Feng have a crush on me? Drink, drink, drink. I'll drink black tea. She shyly covered her cheeks. No, at least not here. A mutated tentacle whipped out from behind. Lu Feng shoved Sarah away. Watch out. Go to my sister. He quickly drew his mechanical sword, ready for battle. He swung the flaming longsword down heavily, but more monsters appeared ahead. Mutants, 2 more. Don't come any closer. Don't be scared. Shintong, big sister will protect you. Seeing the panicked Shintong, Sarah thought, look at this poor girl. She's terrified. Am I going to run away again? She hugged Shintong tightly and made up her mind. No, at least this time, I will protect her. Lee Sin provided covering fire from above. Lu Feng looked up in surprise. Lee Sin yelled, not dead yet. They really are mutants. The zombies from downstairs are coming up again. A zombie lunged at the group, bearing its fangs and claws. Lu Feng pointed to a door and directed, this way, through this door. Hurry. While fending them off, Lee Sin asked Lu Feng, I only escaped thanks to the tactical stealth cloak. Do you have any way to deal with these mutants? Where are your subordinates? Lee Sin replied helplessly, all sacrificed. Lu Feng frowned, thinking to himself, this is too weird. The system said mutant zombies only appear 1 in 100,000, but there are 5 right here, and something feels off about them. Lu Feng noticed the strange surroundings. Wait, this fog. The wall suddenly shattered, and a zombie burst through. It grabbed Zhao Hua, who screamed, sister, save me. Zhao Hua, Zhao Jia cried out, reaching to pull him back. Brother, Lu Feng held her back tightly. Don't go. Your brother has already been bitten. He can't be saved. But tearfully, Zhao Jia questioned him. If it were your sister, what would you do? Lu Feng froze instantly. In that moment, my mind went blank, and Zhao Jia broke free from my grasp. She rushed recklessly toward the zombie. She fiercely protected her bitten brother. Let him go. Lu Feng was filled with remorse. For the first time, I hated my own powerlessness. Lee Sin fired to cover them and reminded him, stop being sentimental. Kid, think of a way to save the others. A flash of inspiration hit Lu Feng. I've got it. If I'm right, it should be right. He hurled his flaming longsword upwards. There, it's him, the mastermind. Open fire. Lee Sin looked shocked. What? Are you sure? Lu Feng shouted his explanation. This zombie is like an anglerfish. It uses tentacles to control other zombies. As long as the tentacles are intact, it basically won't die. That's why we thought there were so many mutant zombies. Lee Sin decisively raised her gun and fired. I'll trust you on this. The main body, hidden in the dark shadows of the ceiling, was shot, and the tentacles were instantly paralyzed. The mutant zombie below continued to pounce on Zhao Jia. Seeing this, Lee Sin cursed. Damn it. In the nick of time, Shintong drove the zombie into the ground with an uppercut, wedging it in so deep it couldn't even be pried out. Zhao Jia stared in shock as Shintong landed smoothly. The mutant zombie was smashed hard into the wall by the immense force. Suffering a fatal blow, the zombie completely collapsed. The system interface popped up. First kill of a mutant zombie. System rewards 100 points. Thanks for the help. But Lee Sin aimed her gun at them. Your sister's strength isn't human. She's a variant, isn't she? Lu Feng quickly shielded his sister. Wait, let me explain. Lee Sin cut him off coldly. Even though we work together, sorry. My orders are to take your sister away. Don't even think about it. I can definitely shoot you before you make a move. No, Lee Sin, what I want to say is, you're pointing at the wrong person, right? Oh no, my bad eyesight is acting up again. Lu Feng seized the opportunity to attack. Now's my chance. Kung Fu Master chip activated. Lee Sin reacted extremely fast, throwing a high kick. Lu Feng narrowly dodged and used the momentum to put her in a chokehold. Crap, her close combat skills are strong. Why do you want to take my sister? Struggling, Lee Sin replied, soldiers only know how to obey orders. We don't ask why. Lu Feng shouted the harsh reality. The government is already finished. In close quarters, Lee Sin's face flushed red. Meanwhile, Shintong and Sarah observed from the sidelines, waking up slowly. So bold. Shintong angrily pulled them apart. You bastard. Lu Feng yelled, not good. I need to seal her moves first. Sarah hurriedly intervened. Stop, don't fight. I might know the reason. Everyone was surprised. Sarah led the way. Follow me. They arrived at the director's office on the 16th floor. As the doors opened, the completely mutated hospital director stood ominously inside. After finishing off the director with a single strike, Sarah went to the computer and started typing. Because I am the director's secretary, I've heard of a research project he had with the military codenamed Son of God. Found it. The other two exclaimed. What? It's actually him? You know him? Sarah pulled up the files. The Minister of Health, Jing Tianxiong, ordered our hospital to conduct a study, injecting a virus and serum simultaneously into the bodies of patients with black blood disease to create mutants. Hundreds of people who participated in the experiment failed and died, and today it just so happened to be your sister's turn for the experiment. Lee Sin said angrily. He is my superior, the initiator of this operation. That damn bureaucrat. Sarah said worriedly. The survival rate of this experiment is less than 0.1%. I think your sister has mutated into a special mutant. A mutant? Can her behavior really be considered human? He recalled 10 minutes ago when Shintong was holding a glowing chip. Is this a mutated chip? Can her behavior really be considered human? Forget it. I won't think about it anymore. System, where's the energy core? In the safe behind you, he asked. Sarah, did you know the password to the director's safe? Sarah smiled and nodded. I knew it. Lu Feng successfully opened the safe. Found it. System prompt. Task completed. Reward 900 points. Lu Feng took out a green cube. What is this? Sarah explained. This is the energy core. Holding the core, Lu Feng turned around and proposed. Sarah, I have something to tell you guys. I have a very safe shelter. And Sarah, you have nowhere else to go right now. Lee Sin, you also know the inside story now. Why go back and get punished? Why don't you both join my shelter? Let's survive the apocalypse together. Sarah blushed and agreed. I'll join. I have nowhere else to go anyway. Lee Sin, however, turned her head away and coldly refused. I refuse. Lu Feng's face was full of shock. Lee Sin continued. I will investigate the truth of the matter clearly, and if it's true, I will apologize to you. But that doesn't mean I want to join you. And even if the government collapses, with my abilities, I can completely survive in the apocalypse. Lu Feng pretended to be calm. But I have enough reasons for you to join us. However, he was sweating profusely. Holy crap, what nonsense am I talking about? I just blurted it out without thinking. A dangerous smile curled up at the corner of Lee Sin's mouth. Oh, interesting. I'll give you 5 seconds to organize your words. If you dare to play me, I'll shoot you dead. 5. Lu Feng was so scared that his pupils trembled. 5 seconds? Fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Catching a glimpse of a magazine in the safe, he had a flash of inspiration. There's a book in the safe? Holy crap, National Undercover Investigator? This director is a total pervert. He quickly calculated. Wait, the identity of a national investigator and Lee Sin's identity. If the system can do this, since it's an order, it must be obeyed. I've got it. Soldiers only follow orders. He immediately operated the system. Spend points to buy an alloy ingot from the mall and transform it into an ID card. Then he turned around confidently. It seems I have no need to hide it anymore. I am actually a government special investigator and the person in charge of the Tinder project. I'm responsible for building shelters in the apocalypse to leave a spark of hope for humanity. Lee Sin was full of suspicion. Are you kidding me? Lu Feng handed over the card. This is my ID card. You can scan it. Lee Sin scanned it with her device and was shocked to see the prompt. Scan successful. Government S-class personnel. Identity confidential. She was shocked internally. It's actually true. Even I can't look it up. But verbally she still said, so what? Faking an identity doesn't take much effort. It's the apocalypse now, and I have no way to verify it. Lu Feng suddenly roared with righteous indignation. It's already the apocalypse. Are you still thinking about surviving alone? As a soldier, shouldn't you stand up to save humanity and pacify this chaotic world? With this evasive attitude, do you even deserve to be a glorious soldier? Lee Sin was stunned. Blushing, she grabbed Lu Feng by the collar. Well said. Lu Feng jumped in fright. What's going on? Lee Sin stated excitedly. As a soldier, I indeed should do something for humanity, and the fact that you actually dared to invite the Grim Reaper Lee Sin to join makes me very touched. System prompt. 2 teammates join the shelter. Reputation plus 10. First time teammate unlock reward. 200 points. Lu Feng wanted to cry but had no tears. Is this the legendary teammate Jinx? I feel like the future of my shelter is in imminent danger. The scene shifted to the cafeteria warehouse. Sarah held up a key and said, this is the cafeteria warehouse on the 16th floor of the research building. The chef gave me the key for safekeeping because he went home to get married. Sure enough, there are still a lot of ingredients. Lu Feng looked at his panel and marveled. Sarah is such a strong secretary, and Lee Sin is actually a AA attribute orange character. Oh, Shintong is drinking milk? Sure enough, Shintong still retains her past preferences and habits. I remember she liked like the milk given by Aunt Suyen ran next door the most. He called out to the system, "System, bring up Shintong's panel." Looking at a panel full of unknowns, he complained, "Strange, I actually can't see her skills. Are they not unlocked? Why do I feel like my sister is stronger than me?" Looking at his own upgraded panel, he noted, "Leveled up by 2 tasks and killing mutants really give a lot. It seems I can become stronger this way." He exchanged the blueprints for the pumping room, cafeteria, and lounge simultaneously and build them. He also asked in passing, "By the way, system, if I get a cafeteria, can it produce food for free?" The system replied that it could not. Lu Feng sighed. "Sure enough, it's another big pit. We'll have to rely on scavenging for food for now." Sarah came over to report, "Director, I found the rebar and some plastic tarpaulin materials you wanted. There's quite a lot." Lu Feng was overjoyed. "Great." Lee Sin also leaned in. "Director, I understand what you mean. You're building a greenhouse for vegetables, right? Did I guess correctly?" Lu Feng froze. "Ah." Lee Sin analyzed confidently. "Not bad. You have some brains. As soon as I heard the materials you were looking for, I knew you were going to build a greenhouse. I walked around and found some vegetable seeds. They'll perfectly complement your greenhouse planting. It seems you do have some capability." Lu Feng smiled charmingly to cover his awkwardness. "Smart. Truly worthy of being my teammate. Only someone like this is qualified to enter my shelter. Let's go take a look at your shelter." "Okay, coming right now." Lu Feng walked ahead, crying inwardly, "I fucking just wanted to make a bed for Shintong. How can they overthink so much and be so smart? Is this what an intelligence rating of B or above is like?" Arriving at a dilapidated vent, Sarah was puzzled. "Director, is this the underground city you mentioned?" Lu Feng explained awkwardly. "Ah, this is just a backup entrance. The main entrance is blocked by rocks. Let's hurry up and go." Lee Sin bent down to crawl in. "Your shelter isn't just some cellar for pickling vegetables, is it?" Lu Feng sweated profusely. No, it's not." Crawling through the passage, the few of them exclaimed in amazement. "So big. I thought it would be good enough if it was just a cellar." Lu Feng himself was also startled. What's going on? I haven't seen the shelter in a day. How did it become twice its size? And there are 2 more doors?" Lu Feng hurriedly pretended everything was under control. "Everyone, allow me to introduce my underground city, managed by an artificial intelligence." He pointed to a room. "This is the cafeteria. Just hand the materials over to the AI, and it can process them into any meal or compressed food you want. The computer has recorded all known recipes in the world." He then walked towards a giant water tank. "This is the pumping room, one of the lifelines of the entire shelter. As long as there is electricity, it can immediately start storing water." Finally, he arrived in front of a row of beds. The lounge comes with a bathroom that provides hot water 24 hours a day once there's power. It can currently accommodate 10 people. Sarah covered her mouth in excitement. "Wow, hot water. Director, hurry up and repair the energy core." Arriving in front of the passage, Lu Feng pointed ahead. "This is the main entrance corridor that was collapsed by your explosion." Lee Sin stepped forward to prepare. "Leave it to me." She set up the explosives. "This is a special door-breaching bomb. You'll see in a moment." With a blast, the passage was cleared. "Wow, it's blasted through. Let's go." Entering a room with roaring machines, Lu Feng instructed, "We've reached the generator room. Lee Sin, please help guard the door for me." Lee Sin turned around alertly. "Okay." Lu Feng held the core and approached the generator, remodel and repair. As the machine started running, the system prompted. System prompt. All level 1 shelter buildings have been gathered. The shelter can be upgraded to level 2. Lu Feng clenched his fists and cheered. Great. Steam filled the bathroom as the 2 women took a shower. "Wow, hot water is truly a combat asset in the apocalypse." "Yes, thanks to the director." In the control room, Lu Feng operated the panel. "System, start upgrading the shelter to level 2 now." System prompt. Upgrade started. Time required, 6 days and 5 hours. After upgrading the shelter, the energy will be exhausted in 4 months. Please find a new energy source. Looking at the newly popped up blueprints, he was extremely excited. For new blueprints unlocked: teleportation room, medical room, combat suit research institute, and firearms research institute. Great, there's actually a portal. Back in the bathroom, the 2 were showering. "Lee Sin, yours are so big. I'm so jealous." Secretary Sarah, yours aren't small either. I never expected to be able to take a hot bath during the apocalypse. Let's go. It's time for the meeting. Lu Feng has probably been waiting a long time. Lee Sin changed into her clothes. This shelter actually provides uniforms. How thoughtful. Then Lee Sin's face filled with anger. "I didn't expect it. So you're also a pervert. The uniform is designed to be so erotic." Sarah agreed. "It feels a bit weird." Lu Feng explained awkwardly. "System, why is this uniform like this?" "It says this is a uniform made based on the imagination in your mind." Lee Sin snorted coldly. "I'll let you off this time. I'll make you pay next time." Lu Feng sat at the table. "Okay, the meeting starts now. Let's formulate a future plan." "Sarah, please explain." Sarah nodded. "Yes." She held a report. "This time we brought back enough fresh vegetables for us to eat for 4 weeks, 65 assorted canned goods, and 2 bags of rice. If we eat sparingly, it will probably last for 1 month." The 2 continued to report. "Water sources are not a concern, so the first priority is to find more food. The second priority is to find new energy sources. We can search for food and energy a few kilometers away. Medical supplies, on the other hand, are not a worry. We just collected a lot at the hospital." "Director, do you have anything to add?" Lu Feng thought to himself that it felt great to have smart subordinates coordinates, and said, "Good summary, but relying solely on scavenging for food won't work in the long run." He stood up. "Follow me. I told you about greenhouse planting before. I plan to set up the greenhouse in the pumping room. There's a lot of space here." The two praised him. "Do you need our help?" Sarah bows down to the director's planning. Lu Feng felt helpless. "No need, just watch me." He opened the system, build a greenhouse, missing necessary materials, fill lights, nutrient solution, and hydroponic planting tools. Need to deduct 100 points to purchase. Confirm. The mechanical arms started working. Confirmed. The greenhouse was rapidly built. Greenhouse will be completed in 2 days. Unlocking greenhouse blueprint. Lee Sin marveled. "So amazing." She pondered to herself. It seems to be even more advanced than the military's artificial intelligence. It looks like his identity is real. In an alley outside the hospital, someone was fleeing for their life. "Ha ha, keep running. Help." A purple-haired woman wearing an eye patch stepped on him. "Let me ask you something. Have you seen the woman in this photo?" The man on the ground begged for mercy. "Save me. Don't kill me." The woman interrogated. "Have you seen this woman?" The man answered, "I haven't seen it." The woman sneered. "Yo, he's actually mutating. Save me. I have a lot of money. As long as you can save me, I'll give you anything." She was slightly surprised. "What? Rich?" A person next to her swung a spiked club and sent Bosley flying. "Excuse me, rich person." The woman turned around and angrily rebuked. "Do you rich people know how us poor people survived?" She continued. "The lower class poor, oppressed and exploited by you, could only hide in the subway to eke out a living. Despised and called subway dogs by you. Bet you didn't expect that when the virus broke out, us chipless subway dogs would actually survive a disaster. All rich people deserve to die." A subordinate carrying a club asked, "Big boss, did that guy named Jing Tianxiong really offer a massive bounty of supplies to find this woman?" The woman replied, "That's right, but these people aren't good people either. Times have changed. It's the apocalypse now. We, the subway clan, will kill all the rich dogs and stand proudly at the pinnacle of the apocalypse." At night in the shelter, Wu Feng lay in bed. "This is the first night I'm sleeping in the shelter, yet at this moment I am extremely nervous, because I've encountered the biggest crisis in history. That is, this is my first time sleeping in the same room as girls. Even though I've had a girlfriend before, I haven't even held hands with one." System prompt. After the shelter upgrades to LV2, it automatically expands, and all LV1 buildings automatically upgrade. Added the following blueprints: Greenhouse LV1, Combat Suit Manufacturing Facility LV1, Medical Room LV1, Firearms Workshop LV1, Teleporter LV1. Lu Feng checked the blueprint descriptions. The Combat Suit Manufacturing Facility makes combat suits. The Firearms Workshop requires apocalyptic elite reputation to purchase. The Medical Room can treat diseases. As long as there are resources, it can automatically produce supplies daily. It seems I need to find new people to upgrade my title. System prompt. Remodel skill upgraded to LV2, adding 5 enchantment effects: explosion, paralysis, acceleration, sturdiness. Lu Feng was puzzled. Enchantments. Suddenly he was startled. He found Sarah crawling over. Wait, what's going on? Why is Secretary Sarah taking off her clothes? The better the relationship with a character, the higher the chance of triggering a special event. Right. Sarah's attitude towards me is reverence. Could it be? Lu Feng looked to the side. No, if I make a sound and wake up Lee Sin, I'll be mistaken for a pervert. Sarah got under the covers. Sarah crawled into bed. Lu Feng's face turned completely red. What's going on? This touch. He panicked. Secretary Sarah, we just met today. Sarah, wait. Then he noticed something was wrong. She's asleep? This is sleepwalking. I never expected Sarah to sleepwalk. I can't wake her up. Otherwise, if it wakes up Lee Sin, I'm doomed. What should I do now? The next day, Lu Feng sported dark circles under his eyes. I absolutely cannot let them find out about last night. Last night? Sigh. Never mind. I won't talk about it. Lu Feng took out some bullets. System. I want to test the new remodel enchantment ability. I'll just use the ammo Lee Sin found in the explosion ruins to test it. It's a pity the firearms were destroyed. He activated his ability. Remodel. The bullets flashed with light. Consumed 2 points to add a burst effect to the bullet. 2 points. It seems the remodeling ability is related to size and volume. Lu Feng held a dart. Since I have no long-range attack methods, can I remodel some throwing weapons? Current talent points. 4. Attribute points. 2. He opened the system panel to allocate them. I remember there's a talent that pairs with throwing weapons. System. Add 1 talent point to perception and 3 points to the Kung Fu Master chip. Put all attribute points into strength. Just as I thought. This perception talent suits me perfectly. System upgrade prompt. Congratulations on raising strength to B-. When an attribute advances a tier, it triggers a special bonus option. Lu Feng looked at the probability description. A 5% chance to roll a purple, 1% for an orange. The chance for red is unknown. It seems my luck is good. I choose D. The system confirmed. Host selected D. Kung Fu Master chip upgraded to Kung Fu Master gauntlets. What? So painful. Lu Feng's arm underwent a drastic change. Armor covered his arm. This attribute is so powerful. Kung Fu Master gauntlets. Strength +1. Magnetic empty slot. Suddenly a phone rang. You have a new takeout order. Please check it. A takeout order. After connecting the order. 9527. Thank goodness I still remember your employee ID. Hello. Are you? Order accepted. A heavily injured Kylie hid in a corner. This is Kylie. I can only contact you you right now. Can you come over? I need your help. Lee Sin looked up at a flying eagle in the sky. To think there are still animals like eagles appearing in the city now. This time it's just me and Lee Sin going on the mission. Lu Feng touched the sleeping Shintong's forehead. How long has Shintong been like this? Sarah reported from the side. For 1 day. I noticed she was in this state yesterday at noon. After consuming the essence of the mutant, your sister started evolving. Please upgrade the shelter to level 5 as soon as possible. Sarah checked the files. This Kylie who called you has a complicated background. She is the president of Lydian Group and recently got engaged to Jing Tianxiong. It is highly likely to be a political marriage. Lu Feng was surprised. What? They have that kind of connection? Sarah suggested. She is at a large mall several kilometers away. We can go rescue her and scavenge the supplies inside along the way. I recommend going to find her. We can dig up more information about Jing Tianxiong from her. Choice Task 1. Search for supplies. Survival rate 92%. Reward 1000 points. 2. Search for supplies. Kylie joins the shelter. Survival rate 30%. Reward 5200 points. Lu Feng frowned. Another choice task? He looked back. Shintong, wait for me. Target Kylie. Let's move out. The two arrived at the street, looking at the zombies swarming as far as the eye could see. Lu Feng raised his hand to signal. Stop. There are zombies everywhere ahead. Moving like this is too inefficient. Why didn't you wear that stealth combat suit of yours? Lee Sin explained. The combat suit has a government tracking chip. I left it in the shelter which can block signals. Once the signal disappears, the government will assume I died in the line of duty. Lu Feng handed over a magazine. By the way, I remodeled this magazine for you. It contains high-power explosive bullets. Use them carefully. Lee Sin took it. Thanks, Lu Feng. Lu Feng showed off his abilities. Explosive bullets? Besides the flame blade, I now have magnetic gloves. My trump cards are the explosive darts and explosive flying blades that can cause explosions. The magnetic gloves can control the movement of about 40 kilograms of metal. Looks like I need to absorb some energy to increase my points. Lee Sin smiled and leaned in. We leave in 2 minutes. Yo, are you staring at my thighs? Looks like our captain is still young. Or do you like me? Lu Feng got a bit flustered. What? Lu Feng pointed at an off-road vehicle by the road. Stop joking. I have a fast way to get there. We can steal that car to travel. Lee Sin worried. Breaking the window to steal the car will make noise and attract zombies. Lu Feng stepped forward. The car is locked. Should we change cars? Watch me. It's fine. He used magnetism to unlock the car. Floating. This glove is really nice. Not bad. Didn't expect you to have this trick up your sleeve. Lee Sin drove the off-road vehicle furiously, sending zombies flying. Lu Feng sat in the passenger seat, sweating profusely. Can you drive a bit steadier? Haha. Did you see that? Haha. That was awesome, Lu Feng. I sent several flying. Lu Feng looked at her. By the way, Lee Sin, why does it feel like you've become much more cheerful since joining the shelter? Lee Sin smiled and replied. In the Special Forces squad, I had to face various dark incidents every day. Now that I've left the team, my mood is much better. So for the sake of my happiness, you need to live a bit longer, Captain. Lu Feng suddenly noticed something strange ahead. Ha! A terrifyingly mutated zombie blocked the road. Are the zombies starting to evolve? Encounter at the supermarket. Kylie was surrounded by zombies. The doors and windows were about to break, and she cried out in terror. Oh no! The doors and windows won't hold. At the critical moment, several survivors rushed over and beat back the zombies. Is it over, miss? Are you okay? Let's leave this place first. Lock them inside. Quick! Push something over to block it. After escaping danger, Kylie repeatedly thanked them. Thank you so much for saving me. Who are you all? The group introduced themselves one by one. I'm University Student Lee Si. Security Guard Da Chang. Hello, Beauty. I'm Security Guard Xiao Sunday. A police officer stepped forward. Hello. We are survivors hiding in the supermarket. I am the leader, Officer Roy. Beauty. How did you find this place? Kylie smiled slightly and explained. My name is Kylie. Thank you all for saving me. Phew, I knew there must be people in the supermarket. Finally, my waiting paid off. Roy was somewhat puzzled. Oh, how so? Kylie analyzed calmly. When the zombie outbreak happened, my car suddenly died. I hid and evaded several times until I arrived here. The supermarket entrance is blocked. There are obstacles around, and zombies are scarce, so someone must be regularly clearing the surrounding zombies. Looking through the window, every section has its rolling shutter pulled down to seal the entrances, proving there are people here. Roy secretly marveled. These rich people are indeed never simple. Let's head back to the gathering place first. The crowd returned to the inside of the mall, and other survivors came forward to show their concern. Oh my, officer, did you find food? As long as you are okay. Ha, found a lot. Enough for us to eat for a few days. Kylie observed the crowd and thought to herself, elderly, pregnant woman, police officer, and one gun. Looks like a kind-hearted group. She generously introduced herself. I am Kylie, CEO of Lydian Group. Thank you all for saving me. Xiao Zhao shouted in shock. Ah, I remember now. She is that top 10 female billionaire CEO on the Forbes wealth list. The crowd exclaimed in awe. Wow, a celebrity. Xiao Yi beside them snorted jealously. Humph, vixen. At this moment, several hideous-looking men walked over. Yo, so lively. Yo, found new food? Wow, a beauty. Prison escapee Zhang San approached Kylie holding a canned food. Beauty, let's make a deal. I'll give you this can, and you sleep with me for one night? Kylie slapped the can away and scolded angrily. Take your dog paws off me. If you touch me again, I won't hold back. Zhang San became angry from embarrassment. Ah, stinky bitch. Roy decisively drew his gun and pointed it at him. Jang-san, even in the apocalypse, I am still a cop. Don't think I don't know you guys are escapees from the nearby prison. Jang-san raised his hands and smiled apologetically. Oh, Officer Roy, I was just making a joke. Roy gave a stern warning. Put the food down. If you want to eat, follow me to kill zombies. Kylie watched coldly from the sidelines and calculated inwardly. It seems there are still hidden dangers in this team, and 9527 is just an ordinary person too. I have to find a way to control my own destiny. I know some logistics management. The food management can be left to me. Roy nodded in agreement. Then we'll trouble you, Ms. Kylie. The others applauded. Welcome, welcome. Jang-san glared at them fiercely and cursed inwardly. Just you wait and see. Not far from the mall, Survivor OB and his companion were being chased frantically by zombies. Why did these zombies suddenly become so much faster? OB, the zombies are catching up. OB's face was full of despair. Am I going to die here? No, I had my fortune told. When you suffer a disaster, a noble person wearing red clothes will save you. He looked up and saw a mutated zombie in red. Ha, red clothed noble. Zombie. OB, duck. Ah. Lu Feng swung his blade and slashed the zombie. The savior Lu Feng makes his debut. OB looks at Lu Feng. A red clothed savior? A savior indeed. Two zombies suddenly attack. Lu Feng decisively throws a dart. Explosive dart. The zombie's head explodes into flames. Great effect. A bystander screams in terror. Ah. The zombies frantically pounce and bite into the crowd. Ah. Everyone flees in a panic. OB, run. Arc. A zombie sinks its teeth into Oldly. Ah. Oldly. Two mutated zombies lunge forward. Lu Feng charges forward with his blade. The zombies have slowly begun to evolve over the past few days. Lu Feng swings his sword at a zombie. Lee Sin raises her rifle and fires fiercely. Coming. Lee Sin kicks a zombie away. Get lost. A zombie snaps the long sword in one bite. Lu Feng immediately activates his magnetic gloves. Sword, come. The severed blade flies back, instantly killing the zombie. The synthetic blade in Lu Feng's hand was unexpectedly snapped by the zombie's bone blade. The evolved bone blade actually cut through my synthetic blade. Not good. The gunshots attracted more zombies. Hurry to the auto repair shop ahead. OB, still in shock, said, thank you guys. The group rushed into the auto repair shop, and Lu Feng suggested, let's not talk about this for now. Let's first check if there are any zombies here. Starting from the second floor, he pushed the door open and killed the last zombie. The house is safe. This was the last zombie. Let's rest here for tonight. Night fell, and the group looked at the horde of zombies outside the window. We are surrounded by zombies. Lu Feng calmly comforted everyone. It's fine. Later I will craft a weapon. Tomorrow, if the zombie horde doesn't disperse, I will lead you all to fight our way out. That modification ability glowing with blue light, could he be the legendary mutant? Hello, my name is OB. My profession is an electrician. Thank you for saving me. We are a small survivor squad from nearby. We came out to search for food. If we hadn't run into you guys, we would definitely be dead. Lu Feng immediately extended an olive branch. Electrician, do you want to join our shelter? As long as you work 996, room and board are included. OB hesitated a bit. Well, although you are a noble person who saved me, but I need to discuss it with my friend. OB's stomach grumbled. Yo, hungry? Lu Feng took out supplies to tempt him. Brother OB, I have food, water, and medical supplies here. As long as you agree to join the shelter, we will immediately help bandage your friend and guarantee you won't have to worry about food and clothing later. OB righteously refused. What? Even if I starve to death or jump down from here to feed the zombies, I absolutely won't eat a single bite of your food the next second. He held a rice bowl and scarfed it down. Oh my, so delicious. He cried aggrievedly while eating. Sigh. In this apocalypse, I don't know when I'll die. I'm still a virgin. Don't worry, we will definitely be able to survive together. Plus, just like you, I'm a single dog. Lu Feng gave a thumbs up to encourage him. Lee Sin suddenly hugged Lu Feng from behind. Hey, Captain speaks so righteously. We will definitely be able to survive together. Don't worry. Lu Feng instantly blushed. OB watched dumbfounded from the side. And you call yourself a single dog? An hour later, Lu Feng went alone to the first floor of the auto repair shop. He rummaged around and thought to himself, before dawn, I must forge a new weapon. There are quite a lot of prop materials here. What should I make? Suddenly, his eyes locked onto a chainsaw. What's this? A trace of excitement flashed in Lu Feng's eyes. I've got it. I'll make that weapon. The next day, Lu Feng, this. Lee Sin hid behind the wall and observed secretly, seeing that the area ahead was densely packed with mutated zombies. We are doomed. Lee Sin's expression grew heavy. It seems we need to figure out a plan. Lee Sin helplessly stated, we have injured people right now and simply cannot move quickly. A sudden yell came from outside the window. Woohoo! A modified bulldozer was seen sending zombies flying. As a bald, burly man clamored, ha, idiots, your granddaddy is here. He drove the vehicle wildly. Woohoo! Come chase me, you grandsons. Seeing this, OB was overjoyed. Wow, this is great. They are actually helping us lure the zombies away. Lee Sin was greatly alarmed. This is bad. We need to retreat immediately. A companion asked in panic. Oh, what just happened? Lee Sin raised her gun. They are probably coming for us. However, the rear gate was suddenly kicked open, and the thug leader, wielding a massive club, kicked a survivor flying away. Woohoo! Taking off. Grab them. Wah! Here is a little chick. Long live the Subway clan. Lee Sin decisively opened fire and killed 2 two of them, prompting the one-eyed thug to scream in terror. Holy crap, they have a gun. Before his words even faded, he was instantly decapitated and killed. A mysterious purple-haired woman swept past like a ghost, and Lee Sin stepped back in high alert. Who is it? The purple-haired woman forced Lee Sin back with a flying kick, and Lee Sin immediately raised her gun to aim. At this moment, the Subway clan took the survivors hostage with knives, and the squad captain, Virus, stepped forward holding a flag. Hee, how dangerous. You actually have a gun. It's not easy to get a gun in the apocalypse. As long as you dare to shoot, I will kill all your friends. Alright, let me introduce myself. My name is Virus, the squad captain of the Subway clan. Little chick, are you a soldier? She then took out a photograph of Kelly. Hey government dog, have you seen this woman named Kelly? Lee Sin shouted coldly. Never seen her. She grew anxious internally. Damn it. Lu Feng, where are you? They are looking for Kelly. The injured companion was so frightened that he quickly confessed. I heard on the radio that the survivor team at the nearby supermarket recently took in a woman named Kelly. Virus smiled triumphantly. Thank you so much. I have decided to give you guys a chance to live. She tightly grabbed the survivor's head. Hey, that female soldier over there. Let's go one-on-one without using guns. And if you defeat me, I will let you all leave. Come, let me have some fun. Just as she lunged forward fiercely, a dark silhouette suddenly appeared behind Lee Sin. Lee Sin was taken aback. Lu Feng commanded in a deep voice. Move aside. Virus's attack was suddenly blocked, and she turned pale with fright. Who? A man wearing a horse head mask stood protectively in front of Lee Sin, wielding a chainsaw. The chainsaw swung upwards, and Virus hurriedly dodged sideways. Right at that moment, the horse head suddenly spewed flames, and Virus quickly raised her head to dodge. The horse-headed man holding the chainsaw loudly declared, I am the savior of the weak, the sword saint of the horse. Virus, sweating profusely and full of confusion, questioned, the sword saint of the horse? On the other side inside the shopping mall, Kelly was wearing sunglasses and leisurely lying on a lounge chair drinking a beverage when several men with malicious intentions approached. Yo, isn't this boss Kelly? They surrounded Kelly completely. Are you lonely all by yourself? Why don't you come play with us? One man directly reached out to touch her thigh. What do you say, beauty? Play with your big brother. The red-haired man revealed a greedy smile. Of course, it doesn't matter if you disagree, because I love watching capitalists like you struggle the most. Another man pounced forward impatiently. Alright, let's begin. Kelly casually grabbed her drink and splashed it in his face, causing the man to cover his eyes and scream miserably. Wah, my eyes. The red-haired man furiously reached out to grab her. Stinky bitch, you refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. Officer Luo suddenly raised his gun and aimed at the red-haired man. Zhang San, stop. Zhang San broke into a terrified sweat. Officer Luo? The survivors swarmed forward and pinned them down tightly, while Officer Luo sternly said, when I heard Kelly say you guys wanted to attack her, I originally didn't believe it, but coming over to look, it is actually true. Zhang San struggled desperately. It hurts. You actually teamed up with this little bitch to plot against me? In the next second, a high heel stomped fiercely on Zhang San's face. Little bitch? Kelly proudly stepped on his face and ruthlessly declared, for dangerous scum like you, you should live in a prison cell. Kelly, will absolutely never let a ticking time bomb explode by my side. At this time, a violent explosion suddenly occurred on the outer wall of the auto repair shop not far from the supermarket. Virus used her knife to block the fierce attacks of the chainsaw. Good boy, you have some skills. Who are you? The horse-headed man cursed loudly. I am your horse. Lu Feng threw a flying knife, and Virus did a backflip to create distance. What kind of hero wears a horse head? The horse-headed man once again spewed fierce flames, and Virus leaped into the air to dodge. The same move. Don't even think about making me fall for it again. The horse-headed man used his magnetic gloves to control Virus's knife, directly using the knife in Virus's hand to slam her heavily to the ground. The survivors hid in the back and watched in shock as the horse-headed man stepped forward, locked onto Virus's throat, and lifted her up. I remember you said you would let my friends go if I beat you, right? Being choked by the neck, Virus had a flirtatious look in her eyes. Young man, your looks and strength are quite good. Are you perhaps in the same group as that Kelly? We are going to the supermarket to capture her later. The horse-headed man's face darkened. Why do you want to capture her? Virus revealed a sinister smile. He. The Minister of Health, Jing Tianxiong, offered a massive bounty of supplies for this woman. These bureaucrats always have such an arrogant and patronizing tone. Sooner or later, I will kill all these dog-like scumbags. The horse-headed man had a ruthless expression. Sorry, you will not get that chance. Let's choke her unconscious first. Virus's face flushed red, and her expression grew bizarre. Oh my, this is bad. If I don't use my full strength soon I will be strangled to death, but this feeling of suffocation is so addictive. No, I am almost at my limit. I must use my full strength. Suddenly, a roar came from outside. Lee Sin looked out the window in surprise. What happened? Outside the window, flames shot into the sky, and a car was flipped into the air. A terrifying giant zombie, entirely bathed in fire, emerged from the thick smoke, and the system popped up a notification. Warning, a mutated strength-type zombie has appeared. It is recommended to leave this location. A subordinate pointed out the window in terror. Big sister, something is attacking our convoy. Virus lost her color in pure shock. What? The giant fiery zombie lifted up an off-road vehicle. The zombie smashed the off-road vehicle fiercely against the outer wall wall of the auto repair shop, causing the vehicle to crash through the wall, and everyone dodged in panic. Lu Feng shielded virus beneath him as the giant zombie roared and spewed flames all over the sky. Lu Feng helped OB and their companions up and evacuated rapidly. Let's leave quickly while we can. The subordinates of the subway clan ran over to regroup with virus. Big sister, this is bad. The hostages were rescued by them, and our squad suffered heavy casualties. What do we do now? Virus gritted her teeth and stared at the fleeing backs of Lu Feng and the others. Damn it, the mission is more important. Let's go into the supermarket first to capture Kelly. Giant Grim Reaper, Sword Saint, just you wait. One day I will kill all of you. On the other side in the shopping mall, someone recorded in a notepad. So this is all that is left. Kelly sat on the sofa flipping through the inventory list. Starting today, food will be rationed. This food is only enough for 5 days, and the surrounding entrances need to be patrolled. Officer Luo reported from the side. I have already sent Shaoli to patrol. We will go out to find food tomorrow. Officer Luo showed gratitude on his face. Thank you for your help. The burden on my shoulders has lightened quite a bit. The red-haired woman, gnashed her teeth. This damn vixen seized power as soon as she arrived. A young man nearby said, those few bandits have also been locked up temporarily. Pointed at Kelly angrily. Why are you rationing the food, you jerk? The young man pulled her back. Calm down. This is for everyone's own good. Kelly did not even lift her head. If we don't conserve, we will all have to go kill zombies. Kelly ignored and turned her head to ask the granny next to her, leaving flustered and exasperated. Damn it, she actually ignored me. Kelly inquired, Granny, how many months pregnant is that pregnant woman's belly? Granny replied, it is strange to say, when Li Hua first entered the shopping mall her belly was not big yet, but these past few days it suddenly got as big as if she is about to give birth. Kelly instructed with a heavy expression, it got that big in just a few days? Could it be? Granny, please help me deliver some food to them and check on their situation while you are at it. She was secretly startled in her heart. That pregnant woman's injury, could it be a zombie bite? Relentlessly shouted at Kelly, hey, you haven't answered me yet. The young man pulled her. Kelly stood up and proudly looked down upon her. There is nothing left to say. Since it is the decision I made, I will also personally follow the team to kill zombies and find food. What about you? Was rendered speechless by the retort and bit her lip in resentment. Damn it. The young man, Officer Luo, helplessly persuaded her from the side. Don't be so willful at a time like this. Kelly, however, suddenly shifted the conversation with a serious expression. By the way, Officer Luo, the pregnant woman Li Hua might have a problem. I saw that her hand does not look like a scratch. And even if it is a pregnant woman's belly, it is impossible for it to grow this massive from nothing in 3 days. So I suspect it is not a child. The young man's face was full of shock. What? Are you sure? Watching Kelly's departing figure, eyes were gloomy, and the jealousy in her heart multiplied like a venomous snake. That damn bitch. This is the first time Brother Luo has ever blamed me. At this moment, Zhang San reached his hand out. Hey little girl. Hey, you hate that woman too, right? I have a way to help you take back your man. Zhang San, from inside the prison cell door, revealed a bizarre smile. I think we can cooperate a bit. In a certain room of the shopping mall, the pregnant woman's husband was sweating profusely guarding by the bedside as the heavy-bellied woman on the bed wailed in pain. It hurts so much. Darling, my belly hurts so much. Is our child okay? The man held her hand and desperately comforted her. Don't worry, our child is very healthy. The woman forced a bitter smile with a deathly pale face. Is that so? The man looked at the woman's bizarrely squirming belly, swallowed hard while dripping with sweat. But is this thing still my child? The woman panted weakly. Then, that is good. Suddenly, the woman's belly violently burst open. Xiaohua. Just as the man was filled with extreme terror, the food-delivering granny pushed the door open and entered. I brought you guys some food, Xiaohua. What is happening to her? The tragic scene before her caused Granny to instantly break down and scream. Zombies. The man reached out in despair, trying to stop her. No, it's not like that. She is fine. She is. In the next second, a tentacle instantly pierced through the man's chest. His eyeballs bulged out as he looked in disbelief at his wife who had turned into a monster. Darling, why? Granny was so terrified that she collapsed to the ground. Ow. At this time, Kelly and the others who were patrolling the mall lobby heard the scream. You mean Li Hua was bitten by a zombie? Yes. What's in her belly probably isn't a child either. It might be some kind of parasite. What is going on? Granny was tightly entangled by tentacles and dragged out. Granny got bitten. Officer Luo immediately drew his gun and fired. Let go of Granny. But the bullets seemed to have no effect upon hitting the monster. It can't be shot to death. Kelly made a prompt decision. Damn it. It seems to be a mutated zombie. DeChang, you and Xiao Sun go protect the supplies. Shaoli, you go open a path in front. We will lure it outside. Everyone immediately took action. Okay. Kelly looked at the chaotic situation in front of her with her brows tightly furrowed. Damn it. My plans have been disrupted again. Is this the apocalypse? This is far beyond my capabilities. Do I have to count on 9,527? Just at this moment, Shaoli, who was clearing the path, was suddenly stabbed in the neck by someone, causing Officer Luo to pale in shock. Shaoli. Suddenly, the gun on Officer Luo was snatched away by someone, and he raised the weapon and reprimanded. Don't move. Officer Luo roared in anger. What are you doing? Held up the gun, descending into madness. It's all that vixen's fault. Roy, move aside. Let me kill her. Officer Luo was in disbelief disbelief. What are you talking about? Zhang San and the others on the side had somehow escaped their prison cell at an unknown time, and Zhang San laughed insidiously. Oh my, it is not good for you guys to argue. We are a team after all. He yelled with a ferocious face. Zhang San, what are you waiting for? Kill that woman. Officer Luo pointed his finger angrily and accused. You actually colluded with murderers. Zhang San sneered triumphantly. As you wish. Number 2, grab her. A subordinate grabbed Kelly from behind and strangled her. Caught you, Boss Kelly. With her mouth covered and unable to break free, Kelly desperately cried out in her heart. 9527. Where are you? Zhang San's subordinate smugly choked Kelly, while Zhang San mocked with a face full of venomous resentment. Boss Kelly, I hate you rich people the most. Eating exotic delicacies every day. Have you ever thought about how we are so poor that we can only steal everywhere and pick up trash to fill our bellies? He forcefully snatched the gun from Yi's hand. Give me the gun. Having grabbed the gun, Zhang San pulled the trigger without hesitation. A cluster of blood instantly burst from Officer Luo's forehead. His eyes widened, and his body fell backward powerlessly. Yi shrieked in terror, reaching her hand out in fear to try to stop it. Roy, Zhang San, what have you done? A lackey beside Zhang San forcefully grabbed Yi with lustful eyes. Zhang San walked towards Kelly with a sinister smile. Then I will not hold back, Boss Su. Ha ha ha. He ripped open Kelly's clothes in one swift motion. Do you know why we went to prison? Us brothers killed a person. We tortured him for a full 5 hours before he died. And finally, under his begging, we sent him to heaven. Zhang San's subordinate pinned Kelly down with a face full of lecherous smiles. Does the little tramp know? I love watching how you all struggle the most. Zhang San waved his dagger and slashed open Kelly's skirt. Just like right now. Zhang San ordered his subordinate, Wang Wu, go keep a lookout first. It will be fine once that mutated female zombie arrives. Zhang San continued to close in on Kelly. Let us continue. Haha. Kelly struggled desperately, her heart full of despair. I finally managed to build my foundation after fighting for so many years, only for everything to be destroyed in a single moment by the apocalypse. That nominal fiancé of mine, Jing Tianxiong, is not even willing to come save me. Can I count on Lu Feng? She looked at Officer Luo, who had fallen in a pool of blood. Impossible, let alone ordinary people who deliver takeout. In the apocalypse, even people like Officer Luo are easily killed. But I am not resigned to this. Anyone is fine if they can save me. I am willing to. Just in the nick of time, a massive tentacled monster smashed through the window and entered. The horse-headed man's chainsaw plunged into the tentacled monster's belly. Zhang San and the others turned pale with fright. Who? The horse-headed man took off his mask, revealing his true face. President Kelly? So you are here. Kelly, Zhang San, and the others were all shocked. Lu Feng? Zhang San looked at the person before him in disbelief. Killed with just one slash. Lu Feng stepped forward to protect Kelly, throwing a fierce punch into Zhang San's face. What were you trying to do to Boss Kelly? Lu Feng caringly supported the disheveled Kelly. Boss Kelly, are you alright? Kelly leaned into Lu Feng's embrace, her eye sockets slightly red. I am fine. Thank you so much for coming to save me. Lu Feng took off his jacket and draped it over Kelly. Were my clothes first? Kelly's eyes were full of emotion. I did not expect you to actually come save me. Lu Feng scratched his head, a little embarrassed. I did promise you after all. Kelly sniffed his clothes, and seeing this, Lu Feng said awkwardly, sorry, I ran over here, so my clothes smell like sweat. Kelly, however, gripped the jacket tightly and looked at him affectionately. You ran over? It does not smell bad. On the contrary, it is a reassuring scent. Lu Feng, thank you so much. Zhang San raised his gun and roared hysterically. Are you also a poor person? Why do you want to be a dog for the rich? Why do you want to save her? Lu Feng's eyes were icy. Get lost. He used his magnetic gloves to control Zhang San's gun, and then swung his chainsaw, slashing fiercely into Zhang San's belly. Lu Feng gritted his teeth and glared at him angrily. Even though I am poor, I believe that my own hard work can realize my ideals. I am not the same as you. Suddenly, a terrifying giant mutated zombie appeared behind Zhang San, its tentacles instantly impaling him as the zombie lifted Zhang San high into the air, while Zhang San struggled in despair. Let me go! In the next second, the zombie mercilessly crushed him to the point of exploding with a single strike. Everyone watched the scene in utter terror. The system popped up a red warning. A mutated strength-type zombie has appeared with a high level of danger. It is advised that the host escape. Lu Feng was covered in cold sweat. This kind of oppressive presence. Lu Feng stood protectively in front of Kelly. Damn it, it really chased us here. You step back first. Kelly asked, is it coming for you guys? Lu Feng had a heavy expression. Just now we were pursued all the way to the supermarket entrance by this zombie. Out of necessity, I had to lure it away by myself. The zombie violently shot out countless tentacles, and Lu Feng shouted, watch out. Everyone's bodies were instantly pierced by the tentacles, and Kelly panicked. What do we do now? Run. Lu Feng put the horse head mask back on and leveled his chainsaw. We won't be able to run away like this. And don't look down on me. The horse head mask spewed raging flames that attached to the chainsaw. Lu Feng swung the burning chainsaw and viciously slashed at the zombie. Joy of fire. The zombie raised its tentacles to block, and some tentacles were severed. Lu Feng seized the opportunity. There is a weakness, yet he was directly blasted away by a heavy, forceful punch from the zombie. Lu Feng landed heavily and slid, coughing in pain, while Kelly hurriedly went forward with concern. Are you okay? okay? Lu Feng clutched his chest. I am fine. He was internally shocked. As expected of a strength-type zombie, it is a good thing I blocked it with my weapon, otherwise my ribs would have been shattered. However, the joy of fire managed to hurt it in the end. The zombie roared in anger, when suddenly a shout came from outside the wall. Woohoo! A bulldozer crashed through the wall and directly slammed forcefully into the zombie. As the driver cheered excitedly, woohoo! The bulldozer pushed and sent the zombie flying all the way out. A high heel stepped onto the roof of the vehicle. Seems like we just hit something. The purple-haired woman, Virus, stood on the vehicle roof holding dual blades and sneered. Horse-headed brat, you did not expect it to be me, right? The driver pointed ahead and shouted, Big sister, look, it is that woman. Kelly said coldly, oh, you know me? Virus looked at Kelly smugly. Your fiancé, Jing Tianxiong, told me to come save you. Come with me. Kelly turned pale with astonishment. What? It is him. Virus mocked. To still have such a devoted fiancé in the apocalypse. If I were you, I would immediately go back and run into his embrace. Lu Feng secretly thought this was bad. Not good. If Kelly leaves, the clues to Jing Tianxiong will be broken, and the mission cannot be completed. I need to find a way to make her stay. He grabbed Kelly's hand. Kelly, listen to me. Let's formulate a plan first. We'll call it the marriage snatching scheme. However, he looked down and realized he had grabbed the wrong place. Lu Feng instantly petrified. I am doomed. The headgear blocked my vision and my hand grabbed the wrong place. I wanted to grab her shoulder. Lu Feng apologized while dripping with sweat. I am sorry. I did not do it on purpose. Kelly had a dark expression. It is fine, Lu Feng, but can you take your hand away? How long are you going to keep touching? Lu Feng quickly withdrew his hand. I am sorry. Virus gloated from the sidelines and fanned the flames. Yo, what a slut putting a green hat on her fiancé. Truly shameless. Kelly forcefully held back her anger, turned her head, and said coldly to Virus, take back what you just said. He and I only have an alliance of interests, and it is merely an engagement. Lu Feng took off his horse head mask and interrupted her with a stern and cold face. Enough. Jing Tianxiong is not a good person at all. Kelly looked at him in confusion. Oh, how so? Lu Feng explained to her with a heavy expression. Your fiancé, Jing Tianxiong, built an underground city beneath the Bluebird Hospital, is secretly researching the zombie virus, and even captured my younger sister to modify her into a monster that is neither human nor ghost. I must catch him. Kelly was deeply shocked. What? Isn't the Bluebird Hospital an enterprise under my banner? How did it get mixed up with Jing Tianxiong? And they are doing human experiments? Where exactly is Jing Tianxiong right now? Could it be that Jing Tianxiong was eroding my medical industry assets even before the apocalypse? And should I believe Lu Feng's words? He risked his life crossing through the apocalyptic city to come find me, which proves that what he says is highly likely to be true. Virus urged impatiently. Hey, have you thought it through, Ms. Kelly? Kelly answered without hesitation. I have made up my mind. Compared to you, I am much more willing to trust Lu Feng, who came to save me, unless Jing Tianxiong comes to find me in person. Otherwise, I will not leave with you. Virus was overwhelmed with fury, a flash of murderous intent crossing her eyes. Damn it, how is this Lu Feng like my absolute nemesis, ruining my operations everywhere? And he even helped awaken a weird fetish in me. Suddenly, the zombie that had been sent flying in front of the car crawled back up. The driver screamed in terror. Boss, this is bad. It's that zombie. The zombie roared and lifted the car up. Virus cursed in extreme exasperation. Lu Feng, you successfully plotted against me again, you bastard. To think you actually lured me right to the zombie. Lu Feng spread his hands with a look of complete innocence. You crashed into the zombie yourself. What does that have to do with me? At this moment, the zombie's severed tentacles were rapidly regenerating and had even sprouted razor-sharp bone blades. Lu Feng turned pale with fright. Wait a minute, how did the tentacles I chopped off evolve into blades? The system issued another warning. The strength-type zombie is continuously evolving, and the danger level is constantly rising. Please escape as quickly as possible. Lu Feng made a prompt decision, grabbing Kelly and turning to run. Let's go! Virus yelled furiously from behind. Don't run! The underling cried out in alarm. Boss lady, behind you! Virus looked back, only to see the zombie roaring as it charged right at them. Lu Feng pulled Kelly along to escape amidst the chaos, anxiously dialing his phone as he ran. Are you there? Listen, where are you guys right now? Leeson's voice came through the other end of the line. We are in the center of the mall on the second floor clearing out zombies. Where are you? Lu Feng explained the situation at lightning speed. I have rescued Kelly, but we are being chased by a giant zombie. Is there any way you can kill it from your end? Leeson furrowed her brows. Kill it, unless we set a trap? I've got it. She looked at the statue at her feet, seemingly having thought of something. I've thought of a way. Hurry and come to the second floor. The two pushed open the main doors, yet the scene before their eyes instantly plunged them into despair. A densely packed horde of zombies crammed the entire corridor. Lu Feng widened his eyes in absolute shock. We are doomed. It's a zombie tide. Lu Feng gritted his teeth, breaking out in cold sweat. There are so many zombies. My absolute limit is dealing with 5 zombies at the same time, and there are at least dozens here. What should I do? Maybe I should just give up. The sweet smile of his younger sister, Shintong, surfaced in his mind. Shintong. Kelly gripped his hand tightly, her entire body trembling in fear. This is awful. It's a zombie horde. There are way too many zombies. Let's retreat. But Lu Feng's gaze hardened, his expression becoming incomparably resolute. No, my sister is right behind me. I have absolutely nowhere left to retreat. Lu Feng suddenly scooped her up up horizontally in his arms and placed her into a shopping cart nearby. Pardon the offense, CEO Kelly. Sit tight. Immediately after, he violently pushed the shopping cart forward, his eyes filled with determination. I am going to use that thing to smash right through the zombie horde. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, an army of zombies swarming in massive groups was wandering aimlessly. In the apocalypse, aside from the sinister nature of human hearts, the most terrifying thing is not a few scattered zombies, nor is it any single mutated zombie. It is the zombie horde, overwhelming in number. When ordinary humans encounter a massive, densely packed army of zombies, there is absolutely zero chance of survival. Rows of tank muzzles spat out flashes of fire, raining artillery shells down upon the zombie horde. Massive explosions echoed through the clouds. Inside a certain secret underground base, a communications officer reporting in, the target zombie horde has been eradicated. Zero casualties for our forces. The battle is over. Our troops have already entered the target building. Reporting to the commander, the mission is accomplished. At the conference table, a general asked in a deep voice, General, you have arrived? How is the battle situation? Major General Li Chengdong replied with a solemn expression, the zombie tide has been eliminated, and our military has reclaimed another oil refinery and a military research facility. However, our ammunition consumption was quite heavy, so we will be unable to launch another operation in the short term. The other officials voiced their praises one after another. This is fantastic. Now that the oil refinery has been secured, the plan can be implemented very soon. The Department of Food Affairs will begin operations immediately. Truly worthy of Major General Li Chengdong, a general renowned for daring to fight the toughest battles. One of them raised a question. General, what exactly is that research facility? Why did we waste ammunition to secure it? Li Chengdong looked sharply toward the end of the conference table. For that, we will have to ask our Minister of Health, Jin Tianxiong. Meanwhile, on the other side, the corridor was crowded with hideous mutated zombies. Kelly looked at the fully modified shopping cart in shock and asked, what kind of ability is this? It can actually fuse items together. This is called the death-dealing 3000 handcart. We will use it to break through the zombie horde. The chainsaws at the front of the shopping cart were incredibly sharp. The hands of Lu Feng holding the handle could not stop trembling. Sweating profusely, Lu Feng spoke up, Boss Kelly, if we cannot break through the zombie horde, we will lose our lives here today. Kelly looked at him and thought to herself, so he gets scared too. To think such an idiot would cross the entire city to save me. Kelly reached out and covered Lu Feng's hand. He looks only in his early 20s. He should be given some encouragement. You saved my life, so if we die, I'm just giving it back to you, so go ahead with peace of mind. Kelly leaned forward and planted a kiss on Lu Feng's forehead. I, Kelly, do not like to owe favors, so let me repay you a part of it first. If we do not die this time, I will agree to one of your conditions as a reward. If we die, then we will go to hell together. Also, thank you for saving me. Lu Feng took out a horsehead mask. Boss Kelly, sit tight and cover yourself with the clothes. Let's go. He pushed the shopping cart, frantically charging towards the zombie horde, roaring, there is a rolling shutter door at the end. As long as I break through the zombie horde and close the shutter, we can survive. The zombies instantly turned their heads, opened their bloody maws, and lunged at them. The rapidly spinning chainsaws mercilessly sliced through the bodies of the zombies. Under the mask, Lu Feng roared and charged with all his might. The shopping cart acted like a sharp sword, forcefully carving a bloody path through the dense horde of zombies. Facing the zombies lunging right in front of him, Lu Feng directly smashed his mask fiercely into them, shouting, horsehead strike. Suddenly, a severed hand tightly jammed the wheel of the shopping cart. Covered in cold sweat, Lu Feng cried, oh no, the wheel is jammed by the dismembered corpse. Losing their momentum, they were instantly surrounded by the zombie horde. Just a little bit more. The exit is right in front of us. Looking at the sharp claws of the zombies so close at hand, Lu Feng was terrified in his heart. Am I going to lose my life here? Before he could finish speaking, the sharp claws of a zombie viciously slashed Lu Feng's shoulder. Enduring the severe pain, Lu Feng recalled his previous preparations. I got scratched. Fortunately, I injected the vaccine beforehand. But looking at the densely packed zombies around him, he completely fell into despair. However, even if I am immune to the virus, I will still be torn to pieces by the horde, right? Lu Feng looked up at the ceiling and muttered in his heart, these are the lights. Electrical switch. Rolling shutter door. A gleam of light flashed in his eyes. I've got it. Lu Feng immediately stretched out his right hand wearing the magnetic glove, aimed it upwards, and shouted, magnetism. The massive light tubes overhead instantly detached and fell. The heavy light tubes smashed fiercely into the horde ahead, instantly crushing a large patch of dense zombies and clearing out a path. Seeing this, Lu Feng violently pushed the shopping cart forward at full speed, yelling, now is the time. The shopping cart successfully broke out of the zombies' encirclement. We are out. Lu Feng grabbed and pulled down the rolling shutter switch on the wall. You all just stay obediently outside. The heavy metal rolling shutter quickly descended. The tightly closed door firmly crushed the mutated zombies chasing at the very front. Lu Feng half kneeled on the ground as if drained of strength, panting heavily and rejoicing. We survived. Haha. Kelly, hiding in the cart, pulled down the clothes covering her and asked, is it over? Lu Feng reached out and pressed his hand on the electrical distribution box on the wall. Let me absorb some electricity first to earn some points. The system's notification sound subsequently rang out, indicating 150 50 points were obtained for absorbing a portion of the power source. Kelly looked at the electric sparks flickering on his body and thought to herself in complete shock. This could it be? Lu Feng took off the horsehead mask, holding the chainsaw, and called out, "Hurry up and let's go. We need to rendezvous with our teammates first." The two successfully met up with the red-haired Special Forces soldier, Lee Sin. Lu Feng asked, "Lee Sin, are you ready?" Holding her gun, Lee Sin replied, "Ready." Then she looked at Kelly with doubt. "Huh? She is Kelly?" Kelly and Lee Sin's gazes met, neither yielding an inch in their imposing auras. Kelly spoke unhurriedly. "Oh, starting off with a show of authority?" Lee Sin warned without showing any weakness. "Hey, listen to me. I know you are not a simple person, but if you dare to do anything bad, I will shoot you dead. Do you understand?" Kelly's eyes flickered slightly as she calculated inwardly. This Lee Sin seems to be someone from the government. To think she would side with Lu Feng? It seems he is indeed not simple. Lee Sin also praised inwardly. She easily diffused the first display of dominance. Truly someone who has seen the grander world. Suddenly, Lee Sin noticed the wound on Lu Feng's shoulder and rushed forward in pale shock. "Lu Feng, you were scratched by a zombie?" Lu Feng hurriedly explained. "It's fine. I have been injected with the vaccine and am immune to the zombie virus." Kelly was greatly shocked in her heart. What? He actually possesses a vaccine? Lee Sin breathed a sigh of relief. Good boy, to actually have a vaccine, truly worthy of being someone from the government's secret project. "You scared me to death." Lu Feng agreed smugly. "Of course." Kelly also gently patted her chest and said, "Phew, I thought I had caused the death of another savior." Lu Feng gave a thumbs up and said with a smile, "I still have great teammates like you guys. How could I bear to die?" However, a bright red lipstick mark left by Kelly's kiss was visibly stamped on his forehead. Lee Sin's face immediately darkened, burning with anger. Kelly coughed awkwardly to the side, and Lee Sin pointed at him in exasperation, roaring, "You, wipe that lipstick off your forehead before you speak to me." At this time, the electrician teammate OB, who was laying out wires, urged loudly, "Stop flirting you guys. Get in position. I'm almost done setting up here." Lee Sin immediately raised her gun and replied, "Alright, I'm getting into position right now." Another teammate also shouted, "I'm ready too." Everyone ran towards the trap's location, and Lu Feng suddenly realized, "Oh, so this is the trap you were preparing to make. You're really something." Lee Sin smiled proudly. "Yo, not bad. You actually guessed it." Right at this moment, desperate cries for help suddenly came from behind the tightly closed door. "Help!" Everyone turned pale with fright. The next second, the door was smashed to pieces with a loud crash, and a terrifying, massive mutated zombie covered in tentacles roared and charged out. Two survivors were fleeing frantically while being chased by the zombie, screaming in terror, "Help me ah!" Holding the chainsaw, Lu Feng stood in front of everyone and shouted, "You guys go first. I will go save them." The giant zombie brandished its tentacles to smash the two fleeing survivors. Lu Feng swiftly rushed forward and firmly blocked the zombie's bone blade with his chainsaw. "Hurry and go!" Subsequently, he was viciously sent flying by the zombie's powerful force, crashing heavily into the wire mesh. Electrician OB, sweating profusely, tugged at the wires. "Oh no, my hand is tangled in the wires." While struggling, OB muttered to the giant zombie next to him, "Let me tell you, bro, the world is in such chaos now. Working a job is impossible. I will never work a job in this lifetime. I can only enter a shelter and lay low like this. Understand?" The giant zombie stared speechlessly at OB, who was spouting nonsense, and then lunged forward fiercely, scaring OB so much that his soul left his body as he crawled and rolled away. "Help me ah!" In the nick of time, Lu Feng leaped into the air and severed the zombie's arm with a single saw strike. Lu Feng turned his head and shouted anxiously, "Quickly execute the plan." He swung his chainsaw to force the zombie back once again, allowing OB to seize the opportunity and flee with the wires. Oh, OB used all his strength to connect the two wires together. Explode already. A massive explosion instantly and completely engulfed the zombie and the clown. Lu Feng, affected by the blast wave of the explosion, said in shock, "What?" As the smoke and dust cleared, clown was unexpectedly floating in the air completely unscathed. Lu Feng paled in shock. Not good. It didn't blow up. On the other side, Kelly commanded the two survivors to push down a massive statue. "Dachang, Shao Sun, push hard with me to snap him." Lee Sin held her gun and fired frantically for cover. "Move faster." Sparks flew everywhere as the bullets struck the zombie's body, and Lu Feng was forced back by a strike from the zombie. Lee Sin looked at the completely unharmed zombie and gritted her teeth. Damn it, such thick defense. The bullets have almost no effect. At this moment, the massive statue descended from above. "Get out of the way." The clown mask statue smashed violently onto the giant zombie, pinning it down firmly. Lu Feng wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, panting as he asked, "Is it finished off?" However, in the next second, the giant zombie roared and forcefully lifted the enormous statue. OB watched dumbfounded from a distance. What? It withstood that? That statue weighs several tons at the very least. Survivor Dachang clenched his fists and rushed forward. "Hold on, brother. I am coming to help you." Sharp tentacles surprisingly and rapidly grew out of the zombie's severed arm. Lu Feng's expression drastically changed. "Oh no, its severed hand has mutated again." Lu Feng hurriedly shouted to Lee Sin, "Normal bullets are useless. Lee Sin, hurry and use the explosive magazine I gave you." Lee Sin suddenly came to a realization. "Right, I almost forgot about this thing." Lu Feng looked at his right hand. Not good. The magnetic glove has not been assembled yet. The giant zombie swung its bone blade blade and chop downwards. Lu Feng was terrified. It's too late. At the critical moment, the zombie's attack was suddenly held back, and a familiar voice was heard. Yo, horsehead brat, where did the ruthlessness you used on me just now go? The purple-haired woman virus used a long whip to strangle the zombie tightly. Why have you become so soft now? Lu Feng turned his head in surprise. Virus turned her head back and smiled. This zombie also killed many of my brothers. Horsehead brat, remember, the only one who can kill you is your big sister here. Lee Sin stood to the side holding her gun and praised. Beautifully done, big sister. Lee Sin raised her rifle and took aim. Let's give it a try. If the explosive bullets are really that fierce, then the recoil must be huge. She fired decisively, and the muzzle ejected a blinding flash of light. The explosive bullets detonated continuously against the zombie's chest, and everyone rejoiced. It's effective. Lee Sin agonizingly clutched her dislocated shoulder. It directly penetrated its physical defense. This bullet has such immense power. My shoulder was dislocated by the recoil. Lu Feng immediately extended his magnetic glove. Well done, Lee Sin. Magnetism. The chainsaw in the distance was instantly pulled back into his hand, and Lu Feng shouted loudly as he revved the chainsaw. Come. He swung the chainsaw, cleaving the zombie in two, and the system popped up a notification. Killed mutated strength-type zombie. Mission completed. Lu Feng extracted a purple cluster of light from the zombie's corpse. Then I will take this essence back from my younger sister. The system panel lit up successively. Mutated zombie essence acquired. Killed mutated strength zombie. Reward of 100 points for the first kill of a strength zombie. The essence can help the younger sister awaken. Host is requested to collect it. After the crisis was resolved, the group gathered together, and De Chang asked anxiously, Boss Kelly, where are Officer Luo, Shaoli, and the others? Kelly replied with a desolate expression, I am very sorry. They were all murdered by Zhang San and his gang. De Chang's face was full of shock. What? Virus turned around to leave. Hey, horsehead brat, consider yourself lucky this time. The zombie killed many of my brothers, and now that you have killed it, you have helped me avenge them. I will let you off this time. Lee Sin raised her gun, aiming it at her as a warning. Big sister, don't stir up trouble. Virus snorted coldly and then waved her hand with her back facing everyone. Your life is mine, so do not die early. See you next time, horsehead brat. Lu Feng waved goodbye. At this time, Sarah sent a communication. Director, our shelter upgrade is complete. It is so miraculous. You really should come back and see. The shelter has gotten much bigger. Lu Feng looked at the information on the system panel. Shelter upgraded to LV2. Expanded greenhouse. Combat suit manufacturing facility. Medical room and portal. He immediately issued a command. Okay, system, help me expand the greenhouse and build the combat suit manufacturing facility, medical room, and portal. Following that, he turned his head to look at Kelly. Kelly, do you still remember the condition you promised me earlier? This boy wants you to repay me now. Join my shelter. Kelly rested her chin on her hand and pondered for a moment. Is that so? Alright, before clearing up the issue with Xing Tianxiong, I will join your team first. The system notification sounded. Mission completed. Search for supplies. Kelly joins the shelter. Reward of 5,200 points. Kelly's attribute panel unfolded accordingly. Name, Kelly Fox. Nickname, Sly Fox. Intelligence up to S-. Evaluation, corporate president. Wealthy and beautiful. The ultimate dream of men. 10 minutes later, everyone gathered in the shopping mall. Obi asked anxiously, what do we do next? All my former companions are dead, and we cannot stay here for long. De Chan agreed. Right, we must have a place to go next. Lu Feng coughed twice, and with a serious expression, he announced, actually, my true identity is the director of the Spark Project. Your performances in the apocalypse have been excellent. Now, in my capacity as the shelter director, I officially invite you all to join my shelter. Obi complained with a face full of disbelief. I know this routine. First develop members to join the organization, and then lock them in a dark room to work 996 every day. De Chang also mocked. Just you, covered in cheap street stall clothes, and you're a project director. Kelly was slightly surprised. What? Director of the Spark Project? Seeing this, Lee Sin raised her gun and proclaimed loudly, I guarantee to you all in the name of the Special Operations Squad Captain, Grim Reaper Lee Sin, that the shelter is real. Upon hearing these words, Obi and De Chang instantly had stars in their eyes. Wow, Lady Lee Sin, so cool. We believe you. We will join the shelter. Lu Feng arranged the upcoming actions. Everyone, search for useful supplies on your own first. My home is nearby, so I am going to make a trip back. Kelly actively proposed. Lu Feng, let's be a team. The two walked into a cubicle, and Kelly picked up a stun gun. Lu Feng, you were lying just now, weren't you? What Spark Project Director? And that ability of yours, the electricity from my car, you absorbed it, didn't you? Right at this moment, a zombie smashed through the wall and rushed in. Lu Feng yelled, watch out. He pulled Kelly into his arms in one motion, narrowly dodging the zombie's sharp claws. Outside the door, Lee Sin heard the commotion. What happened over there? Could there be zombies inside? She pushed the door open and was instantly rendered speechless, only to see Kelly pinning Lu Feng to the ground in a very ambiguous posture, acting out a living scene of a female corporate president in the office. Lu Feng spoke up with a face full of embarrassment. Boss Kelly. Lee Sin's face instantly blushed red with shyness, and she hid behind the door wall. Ah, so bold. TSK. Really uninhibited. The zombie lunged again, and Kelly asked with concern, are you okay? Lu Feng looked at his empty hands and cursed internally. Damn it, if only the chainsaw wasn't out of power. Huh? Wait. Kelly looked at him walking towards a baseball bat and a battery on the side with great confusion. What is he doing? The zombie opened its bloody maw and attacked Kelly, causing Lu Feng to panic. Watch out. In the nick of time, a bat crackling with lightning was fiercely shoved into the zombie's mouth. Lu Feng gripped this modified weapon named the Thriller Bat and roared, "Is it hard or not? Let me give you something even more thrilling." The zombie was electrocuted by the powerful current, trembling all over and screaming miserably, while Lu Feng wiped his sweat and rejoiced. Thank goodness the synthesis was successful at the critical moment. Kelly looked at Lu Feng with slightly red cheeks and thought to herself, this ability is truly formidable. This Lu Feng really has some skills. Lu Feng complacently mocked the zombie. How about it? Impressive, right? Still feeling arrogant? Hearing the noise, Lee Sin poked her head in to ask, "Huh? What happened?" Such a huge commotion. Lee Sin looked at the posture of Lu Feng pinning Kelly to the ground and thought in shock. Wow, he actually reverse pinned the president. Lee Sin pushed the door open, looking at the two and complaining, "Lu Feng, are you into this kind of thing?" Tisk. Kelly sat on her knees on the ground and said gratefully, "Lu Feng, thank you. You saved me once again. So you stole the electricity from my car through this method?" Lu Feng scratched his head, sweating profusely. "Aha, about this. My home is nearby. I will go look for a benefactor first." Kelly watched as retreating back and pondered, "Lu Feng, just how many secrets do you have?" On the streets near Lu Feng's home, a large number of zombies were wandering around. Wearing the horse head mask, Lu Feng quietly ran past behind the zombies. He hid behind a wall and breathed a sigh of relief. Phew, I was almost discovered. Antley, you must absolutely not be in any trouble. I'm almost there. Suddenly he noticed something amiss and turned his head. What is that? He only saw a teddy dog performing actions on a zombie's corpse. The teddy dog turned its head and looked at him with disdain, leaving Lu Feng entirely speechless. What is with that little look of disdain? Truly worthy of being the sky-humping teddy. Even zombies are. Suddenly, the mutated teddy dog opened its large mouth full of fangs and pounced over fiercely. Lu Feng hurriedly bent down to dodge, and the horse head mask was torn to shreds by the teddy. On the distant rooftop, a pink-haired female sniper observed through her scope. Is this a new horse head mutated type zombie? It's a type I haven't seen before. She looked at the vigorously jumping horse head with some surprise. It's actually still alive. Squad 6 calling headquarters. A suspicious mutated zombie has been spotted near the target. Purpose unknown. Please advise. A voice of confusion came from the other end of the communicator. Mutated zombie? Xing Tianxiong issued a cold command. Bring the target back, and anyone who obstructs is to be killed without exception. A sniper bullet struck by Lu Feng's feet, and he turned pale with fright. Where did a sniper rifle come from? The system popped up an analysis panel. Trajectory analysis. The sniper's position is on the roof of the building to the southeast. Sprinting with a head full of cold sweat, Lu Feng said, "Antley, you absolutely cannot be in trouble. You must stay alive." The scene of his neighbor Han Yan delivering food surfaced in Lu Feng's mind. Lu Feng, Xintong, don't be polite. Andy cooked a bit extra. Take it as your breakfast. He secretly swore in his heart. That kind Andy who constantly helped me in Xintong. I must rescue her. The system popped up a panel notification. Choice mission. Overflow of mutant energy detected ahead. Options. Turn around and leave. Survival rate 100%. Investigate this matter. Reward 1,000 points. Survival rate 10%. Shocked, Lu Feng stopped in his tracks. What? A mission actually appeared for this? What in the world happened over there? With determined eyes, Lu Feng declared, "I accept the investigation mission." A wall shattered with a loud crash, and a heavily armored mech man charged out. Living person discovered. Executing orders. Eliminate to silence. Lu Feng was shocked. Government military? The mech man swung his iron fist and smashed fiercely. Lu Feng hurriedly raised the thriller bat to block it desperately, and the mech man was knocked back, exclaiming, "What?" Lu Feng gritted his teeth and withstood the attack. Good lord, if I hadn't enhanced my strength, I would have been hammered flying by you. Right, perfect for helping me test out that move. He suddenly stretched out his hand and pressed it onto the mech. Energy absorption. The mech man, having lost power, instantly collapsed to the ground and yelled in panic. What did you do? Why is my power armor out of electricity? Lu Feng looked at his hands and thought to himself, as expected, the system's energy absorption trick works. It seems I am the nemesis of machinery. Unfortunately, this is not of much use in the apocalypse. The system popped up a panel. Upgradable glove parts detected. Collection recommended. Lu Feng stared at the mech man and calculated inwardly. Do the glove upgrade parts refer to his mechanical arms? Confess honestly. Who are you people? What are you here to do also? I will be taking your gloves. The mech man looked completely bewildered. Lu Feng's left arm was instantly covered by armor, and the system notified. Kung Fu Glove LV2 upgrade successful. The system continued to prompt. New abilities added from glove upgrade. 1. Increases left punch strength when wearing the glove. 2. Adds iron flying fist. Lu Feng tightly clenched his mechanical left fist. Alright, let's test your ability right now. On the distant roof, the pink-haired female sniper was observing through her scope. Rest assured, Vice Captain, Iron Bear has already gone to catch it, so it shouldn't be a big problem. His power armor can counter mutated zombies very well. Suddenly, an iron fist rapidly magnifying appeared in the scope, and the sniper cried out in alarm. What is this? The massive flying fist accurately struck the sniper's location. A violent explosion instantly occurred on the roof, and the sniper screamed tragically. Lu Feng steadily caught the flying glove as it returned. Done. Lu Feng immediately turned and sprinted wildly. I need to hurry back and check. There is actually government military nearby. I feel like something is very wrong. 10 minutes later at the entrance of the residential community, Lu Feng hid behind the bushes and observed secretly. It is the government military. Several armed government soldiers were escorting 2 women, with the soldiers urging them harshly. Lu Feng's gaze focused. An Hanyan and her daughter Li Yuxuan. At the entrance of the mall, Li Xin complained while eating a popsicle. Eating a popsicle after sweating all over feels so refreshing. Strange. Where did Lu Feng run off to? Said he was going home to save someone, but he actually didn't bring me along. Are we still teammates? At this time, Kelly was commanding the crowd to transport supplies. Put all the items onto the vehicle. The guards responded respectfully. Yes, Boss Kelly. Hiding in the dark and observing Kelly, Li Xin thought to herself, this woman really acts overly familiar. Were she and Lu Feng just doing those kinds of things earlier? No way. I am going to go find him and ask clearly. On the other side near the residential community, Han Yan struggled desperately while being escorted by the government soldiers. Let us go. Aren't you here to save us? Why are you putting handcuffs on us? The soldier pushed Han Yan forcefully to the ground and yelled angrily, shut up. Li Yuxuan cried out in despair. Mom. The soldier approached lecherously. Madam has such a great figure. It is really a pity that your husband died. How about we comfort you in his place? Lu Feng leaped out from the side, brandishing the thriller bat. He smashed the bat fiercely into the soldier's face with one swing. Lu Feng's left hand immediately shot out the mechanical armored flying fist, instantly headshotting and killing another soldier. Lu Feng retracted the flying fist, and he grabbed the 2 to help them up. An Han Yan. Yuxuan, are you alright? Han Yan's face was full of pleasant surprise. Lu Feng. Li Yuxuan was overjoyed. Brother Lu Feng. Lu Feng looked at the bloodstains at the corner of Han Yan's mouth and said with concern, you are bleeding. Han Yan smiled weakly. Lu Feng, I just knew you would come. Li Yuxuan complained while shedding tears. Why are you only arriving now? Where is Xintong? Lu Feng supported the 2 while evacuating. Xintong is also still alive. You guys can all survive together when the time comes. Auntie, are you alright? Han Yan responded gently. I am fine. I am very happy to be able to see you again. Li Yuxuan explained anxiously. Lu Feng, my mom is sick and has been very weak since the apocalypse broke out. Her illness has never gotten better. Just now when they caught my mom, they even injected her with an unknown serum. At this moment, pursuers arrived from behind. Who is there? Holding the 2, Lu Feng ran frantically amidst a hail of bullets. Run quickly. The system popped up a notification. System, fluctuation of mutant energy detected nearby. Sweating profusely, Lu Feng thought to himself, this is the first time I have discovered a mutant other than my sister. Where is the mission target? Suddenly, a bullet fired from a high building in the distance pierced through his calf. Lu Feng and Han Yan crashed heavily to the ground. The pink-haired female sniper holding her gun appeared at a high vantage point and sneered, ha, you stinking brat. Didn't expect that I am still alive, did you? Lu Feng gritted his teeth. It's her. Damn it. At a time like this, the female sniper fired decisively. Die. At the critical moment of life and death, Han Yan shoved Lu Feng aside and blocked in front of him. The sniper bullet instantly pierced straight through Han Yan's chest. Lu Feng roared with eyes wide enough to split. And Han Yan. The pink-haired sniper sneered as she took aim. The next shot will finish you off. Lu Feng tightly held the heavily wounded ant and screamed, Auntie. Coughing up black blood, the ant weakly explained, it is okay, Lu Feng. I have a terminal illness and my days were already numbered. Please take care of my little girl. The color of this blood. Auntie, this disease is the black blood disease. Tears streamed down the ant's face as she pleaded. Lu Feng, please promise me quickly. I am begging you. I leave my daughter in your care. Looking up at the sky in bitter agony, Lu Feng cried out, I promise you. Li Yuxuan knelt on the ground and wailed, Mom, Mom. As soldiers surrounded Lu Feng and the others, he thought, why am I never able to protect the people I love? It is all my fault. It is because I am too weak. I hate this. The sniper reported over the phone, Minister Zhen, the target was killed by mistake and is now dead. Lu Feng gritted his teeth. This cruel apocalyptic world. These dark human hearts. You bastards. The soldiers raised their guns and aimed. Do not move. Put your hands in the air. The system flashed a red warning box. Warning. A powerful mutant energy fluctuation detected. Level unknown. The mutant has appeared behind you. Host, please evacuate immediately. The soldiers stared behind Lu Feng in utter terror. What is that? It is coming closer. Tentacles viciously struck out, prompting Lu Feng to tackle Li Yuxuan to the ground to dodge, while all the soldiers were swept up by the appendages as a gigantic fleshy sphere monster emerged. With the system warning, warning, the mutant is currently evolving. Host, please leave. Lu Feng could not believe his eyes. Is this Aunt Li Hanyan? A massive horde of zombies began to close in, and Lu Feng's expression turned to panic. Oh no, the zombies are surrounding us. We cannot escape. A system pop-up analyzed the situation. She seems to lack the nutrients needed for evolution and has actively lured a massive number of zombies over. Lu Feng anxiously asked, does this mean Aunt Li Hanyan is still alive? Is there any way to save her? The system broadcasted continuously. Based on the energy fluctuations, this mutant surpasses the mutated zombie type. It even exceeds the energy of elite and lord tiers. System updating, reclassifying energy levels. This level is the Calamity class. class. The monster erupted with red spikes that instantly pierced through the zombie horde, leaving Lu Feng and Liu Xuan stunned. Are these blood vessels? But why did all these blood vessels avoid us? My body absolutely cannot move. Exactly what level of energy is this? It is too terrifying. The system panel indicated. The system categorizes them into 6 levels based on energy. The evolution of an ordinary zombie is roughly the infection class. A mutated zombie is the mutation class, and the energy of this mutant is calamity class. A human silhouette surfaced within the gigantic fleshy sphere, and the system noted this might be the very first calamity class mutant in the world. Countless tentacles frantically absorbed the surrounding zombies. Cold sweat dripped down Lu Feng's face. This pulsation that feels like a beating heart. It seems something is about to come out from inside. The fleshy sphere split open, and a white-haired empress sporting twin horns and clad in blood-red armor descended, causing the system to issue a red warning box. Mutant detected. Calculation bug encountered. Unable to parse energy values. Host survival rate 0%. Warning. Host, please evacuate as soon as possible. The difference in target energy levels is too vast. Trembling all over, Lu Feng said, I cannot move my body. This feeling is exactly like being targeted by an apex predator at the top of the food chain. The empress looked down at Liu Xuan, and Liu Xuan cried out, Mom. The system analyzed. She appears to have sensed the bloodline within Liu Xuan's body. The empress turned and walked away, and Lu Feng thought to himself, are we saved? No wonder the blood vessels did not impale us earlier. Was it because of Liu Xuan's bloodline connection? The system responded. She has lost her emotions and memories, ascending into an entirely new species. In a single instant, she can drain the blood of all living creatures within an area and corrupt all things. She is a veritable walking calamity. Lu Feng's face was filled with utter shock. Aunt Li Hanyan, why did it turn out like this? The system displayed her data. Li Hanyan, the Crimson Empress, calamity class mutant, abilities, blood manipulation, universal corruption. At the top of the building, the pink-haired sniper was on the phone. Minister Zheng, did you see that? The mutant has appeared. Suddenly, the pink-haired sniper's entire body inflated, and with merely a single glance from the Crimson Empress, the sniper's body exploded into fragments from hundreds of meters away. Minister Zheng slammed the table in fury. Useless trash. Lu Feng asked anxiously, System, can Annie still be saved? The system provided a solution. Upgrade the sanctuary to level 5 to research a vaccine, or find a new serum to inject into her body just like you did for your sister, and there will be a chance to restore her humanity. It is about to leave and head to the city center to build a nest and continue evolving. Congratulations to the host for surviving. Lu Feng sighed helplessly. Injection? Can I even get close to my calamity class auntie? One day later, the group drove a truck full of supplies back to the sanctuary, and everyone was greatly astonished. Wow, it really is a sanctuary. Shala introduced herself. Welcome everyone to Lu Feng's sanctuary. Hello everyone, my name is Shala, and I am Lu Feng's secretary. Kylie thought to herself, to think there is such a sanctuary beneath the hospital I invested in. She then spoke up. Could you please tell me where the locker room is? Lee Sin led the way. Come with me, you vixen. Lu Feng recalled the previous scenes. In the end, Aunt Li Hanyan still headed for the city center. Because I did not have the serum and could not save her, it seems this matter will require long-term planning. Shala began her presentation. Let us introduce the sanctuary. The sanctuary is managed by artificial intelligence, and this is the current scope of the sanctuary after the upgrade. Now, outside of the original 5 major facilities, a combat suit manufacturing plant, a medical bay, and a teleportation room have been expanded, and the greenhouse has also been upgraded to level 2. Ob exclaimed as he looked at the machines. So advanced. It is actually an unmanned production line. The system panel displayed. Combat suit manufacturing plant LV1 uses materials or points to produce defensive gear. Currently able to produce clothes, shoes, gloves, light bulletproof vests, gas masks, and helmets. It can even produce medicines. In the apocalypse, anti-inflammatory drugs and antibiotics are life-saving items. The panel showed Medical Bay LV1 uses materials or points to produce basic first aid kits, alcohol, anti-inflammatory drugs, and antibiotics. The medical bay can perform basic emergency surgeries. De Chang pointed at the glowing instrument. It even has a teleportation portal. Is this the government's latest research? The system panel explained. Teleportation portal LV1, restricted to leader usage, a basic teleportation portal that uses points to teleport, requiring a portable teleportation device to be set up on the other end to function. LV1 allows 1 use per day, and each time can transport 2 tons of weight, including living creatures. Upgradable. Shala introduced the greenhouse. The level 2 greenhouse can plant system-modified seeds that grow and mature rapidly. With 10 people in our sanctuary, we can already be self-sufficient in vegetables. The bedrooms, kitchen, water pumping room, and energy room are over here. Please follow me. Several people ran excitedly. Ah, cooked food, beds and hot water. Lu Feng sighed in amazement. I have not seen the sanctuary for a few days, and the changes are truly massive. Kylie stepped forward. Lu Feng, I have a suggestion. I want to build a command center for overall planning. Lu Feng turned pale with shock. A hidden building blueprint that only special people can unlock? System, build this for me immediately. In the bathroom at dusk, Lu Feng soaked in the tub alone. I never expected there to actually be hidden blueprints. means I will know what the hidden building is used for tomorrow. Does Lee Sin also come with a hidden blueprint? I must ask everyone when I have the time. This trip has been quite rewarding, except for Aunt Li Hanyin. Shintong walked over holding a small yellow rubber duck. Brother, you are here too. Li Yuxuan ran over. Shintong, wait for me. Lu Feng was startled. Shintong, Li Yuxuan, why did you come here? Li Yuxuan was surprised. Brother Lu Feng? If it is Brother Lu Feng, then I will reluctantly take a bath with you. Lu Feng panicked. Li Yuxuan, what are you doing? The two girls stepped forward to scrub his back, with Shintong shouting, brother, back scrub, back scrub. Li Yuxuan asked in return, what are you shy about? Did the three of us not often swim together when we were little? Lu Feng closed his eyes and thought, no, I need to find a way to distract them. Li Yuxuan, I am sorry about your auntie. I failed to save her. If only I had arrived a little faster. Li Yuxuan headbutted him, tears in her eyes as she loudly confessed, listen to me, brother Lu Feng. If you had not appeared, I would have died a long time ago. My mom turning into a monster is entirely the fault of those bastards. Lu Feng remained silent, then said, thank you for comforting me, Li Yuxuan. I promise you, I will definitely save your mom and bring her back. Lu Feng reached out to stroke Li Yuxuan's head, and Li Yuxuan replied with a blush, brother Lu Feng's hand is so warm. The next day, Lu Feng walked into the room in utter shock. Wow, this is... The core members were gathered inside the command center, and Xiaola turned around. Director, you have arrived. Kylie sat on a chair. I did not expect you to actually build a command center. Truly impressive. Is this the artificial intelligence sanctuary? Aside from the command room, this building also has private dormitories. Us women will temporarily live here, and this director's office is your independent room. Pointing to the holographic Earth, Kylie said, I used the command center to capture a lost government satellite. This satellite lost contact with the ground after the government collapsed. The command center's artificial intelligence decrypted the password key and captured it. The satellite allows us to contact deployed squads at any time, providing remote guidance and support. Lee Sin added, the Vixen is right. With satellite support, the Special Operations Squad gets twice the result with half the effort. Whether it is finding the way or evading zombie hordes, it is a breeze. Kylie displayed the resource panel. Not only that, the command center has displayed various data points. There is also a metric called resource points. Crafting items will consume resource points, which can be acquired by gathering energy sources like steel, wood, and oil. You can understand it as the gold coins spent in video games. These resource points are similar to my system points, except they are resources used for sanctuary production and have nothing to do with points. Every time we want to manufacture something, we just need to submit a unified request to you, and the sanctuary will automatically deduct the resources and produce it. Also, I want to discuss the sanctuary's governance system with you. Will it be a democracy or an autocracy? Lu Feng's eyes sparkled. Is it finally here? My dream of a harem. No, my dream of the great cause of saving humanity. It is the apocalypse now, so being a bit autocratic is better for survival. If we adopt a democratic system, voting on everything will undoubtedly waste resource efficiency. But would capable people like Boss Kylie and Lee Sin be willing to remain under someone else's command for long? Lee Sin spoke straightforwardly. Oh, that is too much trouble. It is fine if Lu Feng acts as an autocratic leader. Besides, the base's authority belongs to you anyway. Lee Sin, you surrender just like that? Kylie echoed. I also agree with Lee Sin's opinion. Centralized autocracy is far more efficient in the apocalypse. We all agree to have you as our leader. Wow, Boss Kylie actually agreed too. Lu Feng fell into a fantasy. It has been realized. My harem, my dream of saving humanity is about to be realized. Lu Feng coughed to cover it up. Since everyone agrees, then I will be this leader. Next, I will make personnel appointments. Kylie will be the general manager of the sanctuary. Lee Sin will be the security chief, and Xiao La will be the secretary general. Let us work together for the cause of reviving humanity. Kylie's sweat dropped. I get the feeling you are thinking about something inappropriate. By giving me the general manager position, are you not afraid my ambitions will swell and I will usurp your power? Lu Feng rubbed his head. If you doubt a person, do not use them. If you use a person, do not doubt them. I trust your character. Lu Feng felt smug inwardly. He. As long as the mood on your character card is green, you will absolutely never betray me. By then, will you not just be a vixen subdued by Buddha? Kylie's gaze grew profound. This Lu Feng's methods are truly impressive. Alright then, let us continue allocating manpower. De Chang and Xiao Sun will become Lee Sin's subordinates, responsible for the security patrol work of the underground city. Ab is an electrician, responsible for taking his friend, whoever it is, to handle the maintenance and repair work of the energy room. My name is Xiao Yang. Kylie proposed a system. I will design a set of rules later. Everyone must work to get food. With the help of the satellite, we will recruit some manpower and form resource scavenging squads. Lu Feng asked, I remember there are still vacant beds, right Xiao La? Xiao La reported, there are quite a few beds left empty. This morning I already used the satellite to broadcast recruitment messages nearby, so any survivor in the vicinity with radio equipment can receive them. Well done. Oh, they are already here. Humans have arrived at the sanctuary's entrance. 3 people, 2 women and 1 man. Have De Chang bring them in while we go to the entrance to take a look. The red-haired female survivor greeted them. Hi, how are you all doing? We are survivors from around here. Who exactly are we waiting for right now? De Chang kept a straight face. Do not ask what you should not ask. Our leader will be here here shortly. Oh, okay. This guy is so fierce. There would not happen to be an ambush, right? As Lu Feng, Kylie, and the others walked over, they thought, ah, this aura. This person must definitely be the leader. The red-haired woman respectfully welcomed them. Your Excellency looks so extraordinary. You must certainly be the leader. We are survivors who heard the message on the radio and came specifically to seek refuge. Lu Feng rejoiced internally. Once I release my kingly aura, ordinary people will inevitably bow in submission. Not at all. We also WEL. The red-haired woman grasped Kylie's hand. Hello, leader. Come, Kylie awkwardly explained. I am sorry. He is the leader. The red-haired female survivor flattered. As expected of the leader to be so extraordinary, the three of us are. Lu Feng pointed at them and interrupted. Enough. Shut up. You are certain you want to join us? Right. Let me make it clear first. We do not feed idlers here. The red-haired woman replied with a smile. Okay. Lu Feng summoned the system panel. Let me take a look at your status panels. He scrutinized the first panel. Evaluation. This person is a bit simple-minded. Then he looked at the second panel. Skill 1. Vegetable farming talent. Evaluation. I am a farmer. Wow. One of them actually possesses a farming talent. Truly not bad. When he saw the third panel, he was inwardly startled. Mood. Hostile. Description. An undercover agent sent by a certain faction, seemingly harboring malicious intentions. This person holds hostility towards me. In this evaluation, could this person be a spy? Interesting. I really want to see which idiot dares to mess with me. The next day in the sanctuary, Lu Feng opened his eyes in bed. He found Shintong sleeping beside him. What is going on? Why is Shintong here? Did she sleep with me all night? Is it a habit? When we were little, Shintong was always clinging to me. No, I must quickly wake her up. If anyone else sees this, it will not be good. Lee Sin suddenly pushed the door open and entered. Lu Feng, get up. Ah, pervert. Lu Feng frantically explained. It is not what you think. Lee Sin turned her head to gossip with others. Let me tell you, our director is a massive sister complex. Lu Feng's face darkened with frustration as De Chang and the others walked over wearing their gear. Director, we have changed. As expected of the director, with this equipment, I, De Chang, will pat my chest and guarantee the absolute safety of the underground city. Lu Feng put his hands on his hips. Of course, it is a pity we have no guns, so just make do with the stun batons I modified for now. Xiaola ran over in a hurry. Director, urgent report. We just received intel from those 3 survivors stating that the government has built a massive survivor camp in the north of the city and is actively recruiting survivors. Jing Tianxiong is also there. Lu Feng was surprised. What? I need to go find him. Kylie, help me map out a route. Kylie reached out to operate the console. Alright, I will map out the route for you right now. First of all, our ultimate objective is the survivor camp in the north of the city to find Jing Tianxiong, but our primary mission is to acquire guns. On the way, there is a prison I once invested in which contains an armory, and I suggest you go check it out. Lu Feng's expression turned grave. Let us call it Sanctuary L. I will personally lead a team to the prison. Kylie proposed a plan. In addition, I will form a second team with De Chang and Xiao Sun at the core, and personally lead the squad to sweep the supermarkets, gas stations, and hospitals around the base. We need to save the base's resource points as much as possible. Lu Feng was worried. You are leading the team? Do you want me to leave Lee Sin behind, since she has a gun? Kylie explained. But your mission to get guns is of the utmost importance. Once we have firearms, I can head to the steel mill and gasoline depot in the west of the city to seize resources before winter sets in. Otherwise, it is highly likely we will not survive this winter. I am not some delicate person, and having Xiaola holding down the base is more than enough. Lu Feng decisively refused. No, I will not have peace of mind if the base lacks a single gun. For the mission, my sister and I are enough. Lee Sin will stay behind to help you. By the way, I have a task for you. Among the 3 new survivors, there is a spy from another faction. Root him out, and once I get the guns I will return via the teleportation portal. Then we will beat them at their own game to flush out the faction behind them and wipe them out in one fell swoop. Kylie was astounded. What? With my methods, it would take at least a week of observation to see if a person is compromised. This Lu Feng's shrewdness is truly bottomless. Lu Feng sat alone in his room. Alright, now it is my turn. This time I must properly level up. I must become stronger. I must prevent that kind of situation from happening ever again. Looking at the system panel, I leveled up 3 times this time, and reaching the 10-person sanctuary quest upgraded my reputation to Doomsday Civilian, but the firearms manufacturing plant requires Doomsday Elite reputation to unlock. The points seem plentiful. I plan to redeem 2 vaccines for Lee Sin and Kylie, so I can rest easy when they go out. The mall weapons look powerful but are far too expensive. I will not spend points on them. Should I continue down the Kung Fu Master route? My modification skill seems to have hit a bottleneck as well. No, the Kung Fu talent is incredible. I have subconsciously blocked zombie attacks several times, which must be another application of the Kung Fu Master. It is decided. I will invest 4 points into Kung Fu Master, raising it to level 8. I will invest 1 point into Blacksmith, 1 point into Scientist, and pour all attribute points into Strength. Lu Feng activated his skill. A lot of information has entered my brain. What is going on? Is this information from the Kung Fu Master and Scientist talents? The Scientist talent grants more modification knowledge. Kung Fu Master has been upgraded to the intermediate tier, unlocking new abilities. The system showcased cyber martial arts. The system system's cyber martial arts will grant the host more futuristic combat techniques, and paired with the scientist's talent, it will unlock more weapon blueprints to complement the martial arts routines. This new ability is so powerful. Although cyber martial arts is amazing, it is mostly close combat, and the previous explosive throwing knives were not very practical. I have an idea. Modify. I can modify the gloves like this, add ranged capabilities, and include a set of special combat suits. The next day, Lu Feng walked towards the exit. Alright, let us head out. Wearing his new equipment and taking Xintong along, Lu Feng said, this time, us siblings will strike out again. The targets are the prison and the survivor camp in the north of the city. The moment Lu Feng set off, the sanctuary's second squad also deployed to start clearing out the nearby shops, supermarkets, and gas stations. The map's route pointed towards H City Prison. Sunlight shone upon H City Prison. Someone was running rapidly. A pink-haired female prison guard was panting heavily. The prison guard Zi Xian led people to flee for their lives, and a colleague asked, Zi Xian, what do we do? Those things are still chasing right behind us. Zi Xian shouted, keep moving forward. The inmates have started a full-scale riot, and we must go get the guns. That is the only way we can suppress those prisoners. Hiding behind a wall and peering out, Zi Xian commanded, go this way. Two monsters with split-open mouths appeared ahead, leaving Zi Xian horrified. Police dogs? A male guard fired his gun but was tackled and bitten. Zi Xian shouted anxiously, Li Jun, fire your gun quickly. The mutated police dogs lunged ferociously straight through the gunfire. One police dog bit completely down on the male guard's face. The blue-haired female guard's face was filled with terror. A spike instantly pierced through her skull. As a terrifying mutated zombie struck down with its tail spike from the ceiling, a sharp arrow suddenly shot over at high speed. The sharp arrow precisely impaled the mutated zombie. Zi Xian turned around in shock. Who is it? Smoke drifted from the crossbow on Lu Feng's arm. Made it in time. Charging forward with his crossbow raised, Lu Feng commanded, Xintong, one for each of us. Save them. The two mutated police dogs turned around. Having noticed them, the mutated police dogs opened their massive maws filled with sharp teeth and tentacles, lunging toward Xintong. Zi Xian screamed, watch out. Xintong used her bare hands to pry the police dog's massive jaws firmly apart. Her eyes suddenly erupted with an eerie red glow, and then she directly tore the police dog to pieces. Lu Feng raised his crossbow and fired. Explosive crossbow bolt. The bolt struck the other police dog, triggering a massive explosion. Lu Feng frowned. The explosive throwing knives were not very practical, so I modified them into explosive crossbow bolts. At that moment, the mutated zombie from the ceiling suddenly pounced. The corners of Lu Feng's mouth lifted slightly as he accurately grabbed its mouth with his mechanical left arm. Lu Feng executed his skill, cyber martial arts, detonation palm. The formidable palm force instantly blasted the monster to pieces. Watching from the sidelines, Zi Xian was stunned. So powerful. 1 hour later, outside the prison, a hooded cultist reported to the blonde high priest holding a skull staff. High priest, the item has been delivered inside. The high priest was extremely satisfied. Excellent. This time we must make the inmates inside join our unity cult. The lords will shall bind us together as one. Inside the prison, chaos reigned as a man was suspended by iron chains above a pile of wood. The surrounding inmates brandished weapons and clamored, burn him to death. The hanging man cried out desperately for help. Help, do not burn me. An inmate raised a torch and mocked him coldly. Now you know how to beg for mercy. Have you forgotten how you used to beat us? It is already too late. Raging flames instantly engulfed the man, and the inmates celebrated excitedly. This idiot is finally dead. I want to eat his liver. A subordinate reported to the boss in the shadows. Boss, look quickly. That guy got burned to death. Sitting on a sofa with two women in his arms, the skull makeup wearing boss, iron pincers Changsen, smugly hoisted his massive iron pincers. It feels fantastic to get my precious iron pincers back. Distribute his meat to the boys. Our food supplies are bottoming out, but thankfully there are still plenty of meat pigs left, and if that is not enough, we will just slaughter 2 more. An inmate ran over nervously to report, there is one more thing. That Zi Xian escaped. Changsen's eyes turned cold. What? Changsen slapped the subordinate away with one strike and grabbed the hair of the woman next to him. Idiot. She possesses the key to the armory. I am giving you half a day. If you still cannot find her, the next one to be roasted will be you, understand? Next, he turned to look at a cage to the side. So it is you. Submit to me. Submit and I will let you out. The man currently doing one-finger push-ups was none other than the government's external combat squad major and sniper, Purple Eagle Long Xian. Meanwhile, Lu Feng retracted his mechanical arm. How did it get dirty again? With a face full of shock, Zi Xian thought to herself, we sacrificed 3 people and still could not handle these zombies. Yet he managed it in just a few moves. And this little girl actually tore a zombie dog apart with her bare hands? Lu Feng took out a handkerchief to wipe Xintong's hands. A young lady should not violently tear things apart with her bare hands like this. It makes you all dirty. Come, wipe your hands. Xintong, however, pointed at Zi Xian and yelled, Xintong wants to drink milk. Lu Feng broke out in a heavy sweat. That is too impolite. Xintong. Zi Xian harbored secret suspicions in her heart. Milk? Does she mean drinking milk or does she mean those? Could this guy be a perverted Lilicon? He then turned and extended his hand toward Zi Xian. Officer, are you alright? Who could have expected expected that Zixian would directly take out a pair of handcuffs and cuff him, righteously rebuking, "The apocalypse is not an excuse for you to become a beast. Our country has an entire set of penal laws targeting perverts who prey on minors." Lu Feng was completely astounded. After learning the truth, Zixian coughed twice in embarrassment. "What? So you are actually siblings? I am so sorry. It is just an occupational habit of mine. By the way, how are things outside right now? I have not been outside since the inmates rioted after the apocalypse began." Lu Feng answered truthfully, "Everything has collapsed. I came to the prison this time to look for guns. Do you know where the prison's armory is?" Zixian was surprised. "You are also here looking for guns? Let us make a deal. The key to the armory is with me, and your skills are so impressive. As long as you promise to help me suppress the inmates in the prison and rescue my colleagues, I will immediately take you to get the guns, and you can take as many as you want." Lu Feng smiled confidently. "Deal. You said it yourself." Zixian replied affirmatively. "Of course, I keep my word. How many guns can you carry by yourself anyway?" Then she pulled out a whip and said indignantly, "These detestable prisoners, when they fall into my hands, I will definitely whip them thoroughly." It turned out that 5 days ago, taking advantage of a partial power outage in the prison, the Iron Pincers inmate Changsun successfully escaped and illegally released all the prisoners in the entire prison. Initial estimates suggested that over 100 people were occupying the warden's office on the 8th floor, while the armory was located on the 4th floor. Walking and analyzing at the same time, Zixian noted, "I estimate that there should be inmates guarding the entrance to the armory." The two arrived at the 4th floor, and Zixian pointed ahead. "We have reached the 4th floor. The armory is not far ahead." Lu Feng instantly became alert. "Wait, there are people in the corridor." They saw the corridor piled high with skeletons, while ahead, inmates were gathered around a large cauldron boiling human flesh, and desperate cries echoed from the corner. "No, let me go!" Beside them was the shocking wickedness of humanity. A female guard's clothes were torn, and she screamed in absolute despair. No!" The inmates surrounded her and laughed wantonly. "Come on, give us a smile. Ha ha ha. Keep struggling. Beautiful. Ha ha ha. As long as you serve me well, I will give you meat to eat." Another inmate held up a phone recording a video and threatened, "He, otherwise we will boil you too." Pointing fiercely at the large cauldron behind him, an inmate threatened, "If you dare to resist, take a look at your boyfriend in that pot." The female guard covered her mouth, weeping in agony. The inmates burst into unbridled, maniacal laughter. Ha ha ha. Suddenly, a sharp arrow instantly pierced through the neck of one of the inmates. The blue-haired inmate turned his head in panic. "Who?" Lu Feng smashed the door open in a towering rage. "Fucking beasts." The blue-haired inmate was frightened into falling to the ground. "Who goes there?" "I am the murderous demon Qian Yun who consecutively killed 10 people. Who are you?" Lu Feng landed a heavy punch squarely on Qian Yun's face. Cyber martial arts, detonation punch. An inmate wielding an iron hammer charged over, and Lu Feng's gaze turned frosty. Kung Fu master activation, and with that, he kicked the inmate flying. The remaining blue-haired butcher slumped to the ground begging for mercy. "Help, do not kill me. I am just a butcher." Lu Feng angrily clenched his fists. "You inhumane bastards." Zixian and Xintong arrived, and Zixian asked with concern, "Xiaochen, are you alright?" Unexpectedly, Xiaochen stepped forward of her own accord. "Let me do it. I will personally avenge him." The female guard Xiaochen grabbed a meat cleaver from the floor, causing the butcher to tremble with fear. "Wait, listen to my explanation." Xiaochen swung the cleaver and hacked down ruthlessly. Lu Feng held Zixian back. "Let it go. Let her vent." Covered entirely in blood, Xiaochen stood frozen in place. After all, having one's boyfriend brutally murdered, boiled, and eaten right before one's eyes. Suddenly, Xiaochen raised the meat cleaver and sliced her own neck. "I am coming to join you." Lu Feng and Zixian paled in shock. "Xiaochen, no!" Inside the warden's office on the 8th floor, an inmate ran in frantically. "Boss, disaster has struck. The 4th floor has fallen. The second in command, the murderous demon, has been killed." Changsun was appalled. "What?" In a fit of rage, Changsun lifted the inmate with a single hand and mercilessly crushed him into 2 halves. "Worthless trash." Changsun immediately issued orders. "They are about to get the guns. Number 3, go to the control room and open all the doors below the 5th floor. Let the zombies from outside flood in." Another inmate pointed outside and shouted, "Boss, there is someone from the Unity cult outside saying they want to see you. We cannot stop them." Changsun was confused. "What? The Unity cult?" A voice came from outside the door, where a large number of cultists had gathered. "Leader Iron Pincer, there is no need to be irritable. I have a few words I want to say to you." Changsun glared at the newcomer. "Who the hell are you, daring to come to my territory and run wild?" The high priestess of the Unity cult, Cecilia, walked in holding a box. "I am the high priestess of the Unity cult, Cecilia, and I have come specifically to invite you to join the Unity cult. Eat these, and you will gain even greater power." Changsun looked at the purple parasites inside the box. "What is this thing?" At this moment, Long Xian was holding a spoon. "This is." On the other side, Lu Feng entered the 4th floor armory after burying the female police officer, Xiaochen, who had committed suicide. Zixian looked at the wall full of weapons. "This is the place." Lu Feng exclaimed, "Wow, so many guns." Changsun looked at the bugs, trembling. "What is this thing?" Another subordinate ran over in a panic to report, "Boss, this is bad. Purple Eagle has escaped." Changsun was greatly shocked and violently pushed the subordinate away. "What? Get lost." Changsun looked at the hole in the the cell wall and gritted his teeth, digging a hole to break out of prison. Damn it, was doing exercises there every day just to cover up the hole? Damn it, Purple Eagle alone can kill all of us. Cecilia continued to tempt him. Iron Pincer, eat them and you will gain invincible power. Chanson retorted with a gloomy look. Then High Priestess, what is the price? On the other side in the armory, Lu Feng held a shotgun. So many guns. I am simply dazzled. Zi Xian generously stated. These are all yours now. Take as many as you want. Xiaochen actually committed suicide. We will also die here, right? Lu Feng turned around to face away from her. Look on the bright side. This is the apocalypse, and I have also experienced your situation, watching loved ones pass away right beside me while being completely powerless. Lu Feng patted Xintong's head. My only wish now is to protect my younger sister well. So, join us, and we will survive together in this apocalypse. Zi Xian instantly blushed. This is way too sudden. We have only just met. Xintong on the side was full of confusion, while a faint cry for help suddenly came from the dark. Save. Zi Xian asked as she walked. By the way, your sister is so amazing. Is everyone around you this strong? The voice from the dark continued. Save me. Lu Feng answered. Not entirely, but when I was studying in the past, there was a classmate in my class who was very strong, and later he joined the army. Zi Xian asked back. A soldier? At this moment, a flash of light came from the ventilation duct overhead, and a sharp arrow suddenly shot out. Lu Feng tightly hugged Zi Xian and dodged out of the way. Watch out. A blonde-haired man, Long Xian, was seen jumping down from the ceiling ventilation duct. Lu Feng raised his crossbow and aimed at him. Who is it? After landing, Long Xian's eyes were sharp and cold, and he fiercely charged toward the two of them. Lu Feng shot 2 arrows while interrogating. State your name. Long Xian dodged sideways and counterattacked with a kick to Lu Feng's calf. Lu Feng instantly activated Kung Fu Master to block the blow. The two then engaged in a fierce exchange of punches and kicks. Long Xian praised. Good moves. Lu Feng looked at him in shock. Are you Senior Long Xian? Long Xian was confused. Oh, who are you? The two stopped fighting, and Long Xian picked up the sniper rifle from the ground. Lu Feng excitedly caught up. Senior Long Xian, do you still remember me? I am your junior from your high school alma mater. I didn't expect to actually see you here. Back then, you being specially recruited into the military was even a role model for our high school, and you were also my idol at the time. By the way, I have a shelter with plenty of food and water. How about joining us together? Zi Xian also chimed in. As long as you help me rescue my colleagues, I will join you guys. Long Xian, however, turned around to leave. I refuse. Lu Feng reached out to stop him. Hey, senior, where are you going? Long Xian didn't even turn his head. It has nothing to do with you. Long Xian turned his head and warned coldly. Since you are my school junior, I will give you a piece of advice. Stay away from me. I am a demon whose hands are covered in blood. Lu Feng stood frozen in place. What on earth has senior experienced these past few years? Lu Feng finished building the device. Phew, done. It's finally built. Zi Xian was confused. What is this thing? Lu Feng pressed the button. This is a simple teleportation device. I am planning to teleport all the guns and ammunition from here back to our shelter. Zi Xian was surprised. Ah, what? It's this high-tech? Wait, the firearms turned into blue light and were sucked in. All the guns and ammunition? Lu Feng shouted. Teleport. Zi Xian grabbed her head in great shock. Ah, this. The guns are all gone. The guns. Where are the guns? Where are my so many guns? You. Lu Feng spoke righteously. What? You were the one who said I could take as many as I wanted. A female voice came over. Yo, flirting over here. Are we? Lee Sin appeared via teleportation. Ugh, the feeling of teleportation is really awful. Yo, director, you found a new flame after just a few days of not seeing each other? The tasks over at the base are mostly finished. The guns have been received as well, and I have come to help you. Zi Xian was puzzled. And who are you? Lu Feng hurriedly explained. Lee Sin, you misunderstood. This police officer Zi Xian helped us find the guns. Lee Sin looked around. Where is Xintong? Lu Feng turned his head. Isn't Xintong right beside me? Xintong, where did you go? Lee Sin looked speechless and thought to herself, this damn sister complex. A voice suddenly came through the broadcast. Ha ha ha. Police officer Zi Xian, I know you have already gotten the guns, but it's not over yet. The outside gates have already been opened by me. You guys just wait to be overwhelmed by the zombies. Ha ha ha. Go to hell. Lu Feng turned around in great shock. This is bad. Let's go quickly. The zombies are coming up. A terrifying mutated zombie blocked the way. Die. Kill. Eat. The system popped up a warning. Warning. Mutant type zombie detected. Lu Feng's expression was grave. Another mutant type zombie? Wait, something doesn't seem right. On the other side, Long Xian recalled Lu Feng's words. Senior, what exactly has happened all these years? Then he thought back to the past. At that time, a little girl handed him a flower. Big brother, for you. The little girl smiled and walked towards the zombie horde. Long Xian held his gun and watched. Has the illusion appeared again? Long Xian's eyes were ice cold as he turned and walked away, trying to lure me into the zombie horde to die. Sorry, I won't fall for it. Long Xian walked silently past the rear of the zombie horde. Long Xian covered his head in pain, looking at his blood-stained hands. This is. The little girl in the yellow dress lay in the corner, covered in blood. Long Xian's pupils contracted. No, you are just an illusion. Xintong looked at his bizarre behavior with a face full of confusion. Long Xian raised his sniper rifle and aimed at her. A living person? A little girl? Seeing the zombies closing in on her, Long Xian lowered his gun. To actually walk into a zombie horde by herself? How truly unfortunate. If I don't take action, she will undoubtedly die. No, don't meddle in others' business. As a sniper, you cannot place yourself in a dangerous position. The zombies lunged directly at Shintong, who was standing frozen in place. The zombies opened their terrifying maws, letting out deafening roars. In the instant right before the zombies were about to bite down, Long Xian raised his sniper rifle and fired decisively. Long Xian put down his gun, charged headfirst into the zombie horde, and blew off a zombie's head with a single shot. Immediately after, another flying kick knocked back a different zombie. Long Xian unleashed full firepower, alternating between his handgun and sniper rifle, going on a killing spree among the zombie horde. He rushed in front of Shintong and firmly grabbed her hand. Let's go. Gunshots can easily attract zombies. He looked back and discovered more zombies swarming over. This is bad. Long Xian fell to the ground and was tightly pinned down by the zombies. This is bad. Shintong looked desperately at Long Xian being overwhelmed by the zombies, while a painful voice continuously echoed in her mind. Once again, I have once again caused a girl's death, and killed myself as well. Could this be my destiny? Long Xian weakly closed his eyes. This is fine too. Just die bearing your sins. Suddenly, an intense red light burst forth from Shintong's body, transforming into countless red threads weaving through the zombie horde. The red light instantly slaughtered the surrounding zombies to nothingness. Long Xian widened his eyes in shock. On the other side, the mutant-type zombie swung its sharp bone blades and lunged at Lu Feng and the others. Lu Feng let out a loud shout. Get down! He fiercely tackled Zixian and Li Xin to the ground, narrowly dodging a fatal blow. The three of them crashed heavily onto the floor. Lu Feng's face turned completely red, and he apologized awkwardly. Sorry, I didn't mean to. He quickly stood up and clenched his mechanical left fist. Let's go! Li Xin raised her rifle and began strafing. The mutant-type zombie fiercely pounced toward Lu Feng. Lu Feng looked composed, as his mechanical left fist ignited into blazing flames. Cyber martial arts. Detonation palm. The powerful flaming palm strike instantly blasted the mutant-type zombie into pieces. Lu Feng shouted excitedly. I killed it. Zixian asked with concern. Lu Feng, are you alright? Lu Feng showed off proudly. Taking out a mutant-type zombie with just one move. Cyber martial arts truly lives up to its reputation. Zixian instructed gently. Don't take such risks next time. Got it? Lu Feng looked at her, blushing. I feel like you are a bit too concerned about me. Zixian argued, her face flushed red. I am not. I just don't want my teammates dying too quickly, that's all. Lu Feng smiled confidently. Rest assured, I am tough-lived and won't die. We will survive together. Inside the warden's office on the 8th floor, the screen was broadcasting footage of Lu Feng and the others. Cecilia sat lazily on Chang Sen's back and spoke into the microphone. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you the people who broke into the armory? I see that you have extraordinary skills. Why not join our unity cult? As long as you join my cult, I can let bygones be bygones for the crimes you have committed, and you can even gain supreme power bestowed by me, just like leader Iron Pincer here. Zixian responded fiercely to the camera. Tell Iron Pincer, we have already gotten the guns, so hurry up and surrender obediently, or we will fight our way up. Cecilia smiled disdainfully. Fight your way up? You don't actually think I sent a completely ordinary character to deal with you, do you? At this moment, the lower half of the slain mutant-type zombie unexpectedly grew countless tentacles and stood back up like a spider. Zixian turned pale with fright. Lu Feng ordered decisively. Zixian, give me the gun. Right then, the tentacles suddenly attacked. Li Xin swung her short knife and severed the tentacles. If you want to touch my teammates, you have to step over me first. Lu Feng seized the opportunity and raised his shotgun. Li Xin, well done. He pulled the trigger, blasting the monster at point-blank range. Damn it, I don't believe I can't blast you to death. Zixian also pulled out her handgun, suppressing her fear to fire continuously. Don't underestimate me, bastard. The monster thoroughly collapsed under the concentrated firepower. Zixian held the gun with trembling hands. Lu Feng reached out, covering her hands to comfort her. They are no longer human, and you shot very well. Adapt to firing a gun as quickly as possible. This is the apocalypse. System prompt. Immature mutant-type zombie killed. Detecting more immature mutant-type zombies approaching. Cecilia's voice came through the broadcast again. Well done. You actually managed to kill the new cultist I recruited in the prison. But there's more than just one cultist. As soon as the words fell, a massive number of mutant-type zombies swarmed out from the ceiling and walls. Lu Feng widened his eyes in shock. So many? Lu Feng let out a loud shout. Let's slip away quickly. They are all mutant-type zombies. After speaking, he took the lead and dashed away wildly. Zixian and Li Xin closely followed behind. As Lu Feng ran, he analyzed with trepidation. Damn it, this isn't right. Why are there so many mutant-type zombies? Could this evil cult mass-produce mutant grades? Are mutant zombies just as common as cabbages these days? He suddenly noticed a construction sign on the ground ahead. Suddenly, the ground suffered a violent collapse. Lu Feng hurriedly warned, everyone be careful. The three of them plummeted heavily down alongside the rubble. As the dust settled, Lu Feng rubbed his head in pain. That hurts, Li Xin. Zixian, are you guys okay? Lying on the ground, Li Xin replied. I'm fine. It seems we fell to the 3rd floor. Lu Feng suddenly realized he was currently pinned beneath Li Xin. Somewhat shyly, quietly. She murmured, I didn't expect you to willingly act as my cushion. For a teammate of the Grim Reaper, you're pretty tough to kill. Lu Feng managed to squeeze out a forced smile. Haha, don't mention it. We're teammates, after all. Where's Zixin? Lee Sin pointed a short distance away. Passed out over there. At this moment, Lee Sin was draped over Lu Feng in an incredibly suggestive posture. With a seductive tone, she added, oops, I accidentally fell right on top of you. Wait, are you seriously thinking about doing it here? Lu Feng asked in a panic. Lee Sin retorted nonchalantly, what are you so afraid of? I was just observing them. Those mutants seem to have low intelligence. They'll wander off once they lose their target. Plus, Zixin is passed out. What's the matter? Don't you feel anything for me? Blushing furiously, Lu Feng stammered, no, it's not that. I mean, why? Why would you choose me? Lee Sin continued, not only have you saved me a few times, but you're also the first man to team up with me and not end up dead. Lu Feng looked at her in astonishment. What? Before he could finish, Lee Sin forcefully pressed her lips against his. Shut up, virgin boy. Lee Sin gently bit her own lip and whispered enchantingly, shoo. Then, she began to unbutton her clothes. Leave everything to me. Watching her, Lu Feng cried out internally, oh no. A bizarre image suddenly flashed through his mind. This feeling is exactly like inside Lu Feng's fantasy. In his mind's eye, Lu Feng had transformed into the monk Fahai from the Jinshan temple, while Lee Sin had taken the form of the green snake demon. Fahai, I will certainly defeat you today. Just obediently submit to me. Lu Feng pressed his palms together, looking solemn and dignified. Amitba, demon, I demand that you aid my cultivation. Suddenly, the green snake demon launched her attack, wrapping her massive serpentine body tightly around Fahai. Got you. He, pitiful little Fahai. How laughable. Take this. Green snake's constriction. Fahai was squeezed breathless, crying out in agony. Ah, it's so tight. I'm completely suffocated. Next, the green snake demon cast her magic, kicking up monstrous, towering waves, flooding the Jinshan temple. Fahai was utterly engulfed by the surging tide. Ah, so much water. Oh no, he lamented to himself in despair. I've been utterly defeated and stripped of my armor in just 2 moves. Damn it, I actually lost the first round.